You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
It's Golden Beaver baseball under the lights for the first time in Beaver Dam history, and it's all right here on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Beaver Dam and Waupun do battle for the first time since 8 years ago. We're talking way back in 2016, and both teams are coming off of heaters, blowout wins as they mount momentum into the back half of their seasons. Corey Sparks, happy to be here with you on a historic night in Dodge County. High school sports on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam is presented by Columbus Family Dental, Hometown Glass and Improvement, and the Beaver Dam Unified School District, as well as McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Napleton Chevy Buick GMC, Klodowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Pizza Ranch, Home and Auto, the Park Village Shopping Center, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Landmark Credit Union, Preferred Dental Partners, and Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly. Thank you so much for joining us on the first night game of the season, first scheduled night game ever here on the BDHS Baseball Diamond. In the past, teams have had to put up with the fact that maybe a couple of innings left in the contest and they had to suspend it due to darkness. That is no longer a problem. Brand new stadium lights. We will have Jeff Eberly on the pregame show in about 10 to 15 minutes to talk about the process, the donors, all of the community contributions that have led to what should be a phenomenal night. Whiteout jerseys tonight as well if you're watching us on Daily Dodge TV. Beaver Dam airing what they call their new drip out on the field, and then they also are celebrating youth night, so a youth baseball player will be in celebratory fashion throwing out the first pitch from that main mound. Weather's going to be a storyline as well. We'll keep an eye on that. Going to be honest, been radar watching pretty much all day, and it looks like we should be, knock on wood, and anything around you should be okay. Seeing indications that maybe it holds off until around 9. Most games, high school, 7 innings, go about 2 hours, 15 minutes. So that should be good. But Beaver Dam coming in 6-7 on the year, but do not be deceived. They're winners of 3 of their last 4. They've scored 24 runs in the last 2 games combined since they lost in a landslide to Monona Grove 1-19 on last Saturday. Something that Nate Wilkey said really lit a fire under this team. We'll jump more into that interview in a moment. And for Waupun, they can't do anything wrong. 12-1 this season. Their one loss was 1-3 just a couple of weeks ago. They have scored north of 10 runs in the last 3 contests and 5 of the last 6. An electric offense going against a team in Beaver Dam that's been phenomenal on offense in the last couple of games as well. It's Waupun and Beaver Dam. We will also give a couple thank yous to the Beaver Dam Unified School District. Be sure to stay up to date with the Beaver Dam Unified School District at bdusd.org and follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Beaver Dam USD. The Beaver Dam Unified School District, talented students and exceptional staff. Our school communities have earned 27 Wisconsin School of Recognition Awards, 4 top ranking recognitions by U.S. News and World Reports, and 3 National Blue Ribbon Awards for excellence. The Beaver Dam Unified School District, where small town connections and values meet big town resources and opportunities. Learn more about your child joining our BD fam by visiting our website at www.bdusd.org, or you can go on and schedule an appointment for a visit by calling the number 920-885-7300, 920-885-7300. A murky day over the BDHS Diamond, but the lights will be on in ceremonial fashion in just under half an hour. Folks, we will step aside for a 4-minute break, and following that, you will hear from the Beaver Dam head coach, the one and only Nate Wilkey, in his 7th season with the program on what should be a historic night. 4-minute break, and then you'll hear from Wilkey here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Your Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly in Beaver Dam knows that Wisconsinites take tailgating seriously, and they'll help you take it to the next level with their award-winning Fox Brothers brats and everything you need, whether you're at the game or enjoying it at home. Fox Brothers award-winning exclusive recipes use only the highest quality ingredients you'll taste with every bite and every brat. Try their 11 Grand Champion brats and sausages, including their pre-cooked Fox Brothers original brats, spicy Southwest chicken brats, and Philly cheese brats. Check them out online at foxbrospigglywiggly.com.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com. American drivers overpay an average of $368 per year on their auto insurance. Why? Because, well, insurance is hard. It's complicated. It's time-consuming to get quotes from multiple companies, so we overpay. Or we call Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Make one call and receive a quote from a great company like Auto Owners Insurance. The team at Richards Insurance will literally do all the work for you. So if you could be saving money each month with an Auto Owners Insurance policy, you'll know about it. How much will you save with Richards Insurance? To find out, call Richards Insurance or stop in at 123 North Spring Street, downtown Beaver Dam. With offices in Columbus, Watertown, West Bend, and Oshkosh. With over 50 employees and hundreds of years insurance experience across 5 offices, you'll get full-service counseling with no obligation. Your auto owner's insurance carrier is Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you.
Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
Chris Klodowski Real Estate. As a realtor, there is such joy in driving past one of our clients' houses that is now the place they call home. Be it a first-time home buyer, a relocation to our community, or someone upsizing or downsizing. We are passionate about the place you call home and meeting your wants and needs each step of the way. We sell the houses, you make it a home. Questions? Give us a call, 920-219-9212. Klodowski Real Estate, your trusted real estate advisors.
For every, where's the grocery list? I'll go to the store.
So you'll fill up my car on the way home?
Moment. If it has to do with your life and your money, it's a landmark moment, and Landmark Credit Union is here to help. With free checking accounts that offer you the choice of getting paid dividends on your balance or earning rewards points on your purchases. Opening an account is fast and simple and gives you access to Credit Hub, powered by Savvy Money, which shows your credit score so you can keep your finances healthy. Landmark Credit Union. Visit landmarkcu.com, insured by NCUA.
You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
We welcome you back to the Nate Wilkey Show. Corey Sparks here with Beaver Dam head coach Nate Wilkey ahead of the baseball team's matchup under the lights against Waupun. Coach, let's start with that one. After being involved with this program for north of 2 decades, how does it make you feel knowing that this is going to be the first time a Beaver Dam baseball team plays a game under those big bright lights at night?
It's awesome. I've just been excited, and I know the other day I was up there when they kind of the trial run of the lights, and you almost get kind of choked up just thinking of the how we kind of came together as a group, and then start communicating with people, former players or business people in town and stuff, and how just everybody we had like 90 some different groups or people that donated to the project. So it's just it's neat, like growing up in the program and watching the program as a little kid, and now getting to coach the program. It's just neat. And, you go by the field and I still kind of, thinking, is this really true? Do we really have lights on our field? And so it's a super exciting time, and, really just proud of everybody coming together and supporting our program.
You mentioned the donations from the community. The crowd in general has been great this year, especially considering those rough weather conditions. weather permitting, what do you expect the turnout to be for the first scheduled night game in this team's history?
Well, I think it's gonna be crazy. We've got youth night, so then that's always a little bit different atmosphere because you got kids running around and there's just like a kind of a noise to the crowd where kids talking and running around and screaming around and stuff, and then I think with the anticipation of the lights, I think there's a lot of community members that I know are coming, and so yeah, and then you throw in the fact that it's against Waupun, who we haven't played in, I think, since 2016 was the last time we played them. So I think you throw all those factors together, it could be a crazy environment.
You guys have been on quite the ride the last week and a half. You have a doubleheader against Monona Grove on Saturday. You fall in the first game 19-1, and then this team wipes the slate clean and wins 11-7 to split that series. And then you guys double it up with a 13-3 victory where the offense just exploded the last couple of innings against Fort Atkinson. What does this recent stretch say about the resiliency of your group?
Well, I know that Monona Grove game, that 19-1 game, we had a little discussion after and did a little soul searching. So, we just kind of keep telling the kids we've got a lot of talent and we're capable of doing so many things if we just pull it together. And I thought you had an option either kind of just fold and just get your butt kicked again, or to come out and fight. And I think our kids came out and fought, and we hit the heck out of the ball against Monona Grove that second game and held them. I thought our pitchers did a good job. Boston Damon kind of really stepped up and battled, which I knew he could do. He's one of our leaders. And then, I think our kids just kind of, see that, boy, when we really put together a full game and get focused and, and play with some fire and, we're really good. So, last couple of games, like last night at Fort where, like I said, again, we get down 3-0 and, we left a lot of opportunities on base. And then, we just needed one guy to step up and get a big hit, and that happened. And then it kind of snowballed and, kind of hitting is contagious. And we just put the fifth inning, we just were hitting the tar of the ball, just line shots and, then executing some bunts and getting some stolen bases. And then they started making some errors. So, yeah, I think, at Monona Grove game, I think, like I said, we played about as bad as you can play. And I told the kids that's kind of an embarrassment, to what we're about, to play like that. And they responded, which I give them a lot of credit for.
Does that kind of feel like a turning point right now? I know it's only been a couple of games since that 19-1 loss, but the offense has found it. 24 runs in 2 games is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I hope it is. Like I said, I think, I think that they were kind of ashamed of how they played, and to get beat that bad, I don't recall a Beaver Dam team ever getting beat by that many runs, and just kind of just a lackluster, performance we had. And I said we got to play with pride, and you're playing for yourself, and you're playing for your family, you're playing for all the people who put on a Beaver Dam jersey, in the past. So it's like, I think maybe they took it to heart, and I'm hoping they did. And then, like I said, it's about coming out in every single game, coming with intensity, and like I said, we have a lot of talent, and we just have to keep playing like we're playing right now.
What have you noticed about Boston Damon's approach at the plate? He's 10 of 21 the last 6 games. I know you guys had that emotional win over Waunakee back at home. What can you say about his offensive contributions the last couple of weeks?
Well, he's a 3-year starter, and I've been watching him since Little League, playing and knowing his family and stuff, and he's just a gamer. He's a baseball kid, and he'll do whatever it takes to win. And last year, at the beginning of the year, he had a wrist injury from hockey, and that, I think, affected him the first half of the year. But the second half of the year last year, he got on fire, and he's just very fundamental. He can, I think he just set the record or tied the record for sacrifice bunts in a career last night. But he does everything that he needs to do to get us a win. And that, like I said, when I was stepping on the mound the other day against Monona Grove, where everything they hit was, and they've got some studs in Monona Grove, and he knew he was going to battle. Even if we got beat, he was going to fight and be a leader for us. And that's what Boston is about. He's a great kid, hardworking kid, and he loves the program. And, you need, a bunch of Boston Demons on your team to be successful.
Boston's one of those bats that's really come alive. Eli Bryant, Zach Shave. Now you guys are facing up against a Waupun team that's 12-1 heading into this matchup. They've scored 10 or more 3 games in a row. What's going to be the emphasis when it comes to limiting that offense or even getting in a shootout and taking them down?
Well, we don't know a ton about Waupun. You read stuff about them and everything, and we haven't seen them and whatever. But I think they're going to throw a pitcher, left-handed kid that I think has good off-speed stuff. So we'll have to have a good approach to the plate. We can't be chasing curveballs in the dirt or whatever. And if we play fundamentally sound, if we get good at bats, and if our pitchers throw strikes and we play sound defense, I like our chances against anybody. So I expect it to be a good game. I know they'll be fired up to play us, and I know our kids are really jacked up to play them again, and so it should be a good game. But like I said, if we control the things we can control, I think we'll be all right.
All right, Coach Wilkey, thank you very much for the time, and best of luck against Waupun.
Thank you.
That was Nate Wilkey ahead of Beaver Dam's matchup with Waupun. Under the lights, the Beavers and Warriors face off on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
And welcome back to Beaver Dam versus Waupun baseball here under the lights for the first time in Beaver Dam history. Corey Sparks now joined by Jeff Eberle, someone who knows a thing or two about the process, the community effort, and really everything that went into what should be an exciting night. Jeff, thanks for joining me, and this is a lot of fun to be a part of.
Yes, what a crowd. And it looks like the rain is going to hold off for us. And we got some clearing coming from the west. We can see it from here. And what a night. I mean, the people are turning out left and right. I mean, it's baseball people of a community that understand this. This has been an effort that has been just tremendous by everybody in this community that likes baseball. We've never been able to play baseball for high school or for American Legion under the lights at home, ever. And it's like, this is a big deal. I have a small correction. We did have a Legion team back in the 70s, but the tornado in 1980 tore down our complex.
Oh,
so it's been since 1979 since we've been able to play night baseball here in Beaver Dam.
Long time coming. I was talking to Nate Wilkey yesterday afternoon just about the concept of having lights, having that primetime feel. He said he more than once in the last week has had a pinch me moment. He'll drive by the stadium around the sunset and go, are we really about to do this? Have you had that yet, or is it going to set in a moment here?
It's going to set in a few minutes. They're going to calm me down. We got a little bit of youth night here tonight. A couple things they're going to talk about on the PA for the crowd that's here, and I got to go down and turn the lights on manually. We do have this will have the capability of doing it by your phone with an app. But they decided to make me just go down with the keys tonight and do it. And then I'll walk back up, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, all these people and these businesses in town that have given towards this project is just tremendous. I mean, we're overwhelmed by it. And then once the project got okayed and the money was turned over to the school district, the school board was absolutely awesome, and Mark DiStefano, led us through what we had to do with the school board and the city, and they said, we're going to have these up for next year. We went like, we've been hearing this for a while. Like, sure, next year.
Sure thing.
Yeah, and it happened. And here we are. We're about to go with history in Beaver Dam.
The bottom line here, Jeff, I think is support, right? You talked about all of the donors who have poured some monetary donations in to make sure this happens. And then, look, the crowd's been great throughout the year. I've been able to cover about 4 or 5 games. I have never seen cars down the street. I was struggling to find parking, and I was here at 5:30. First pitch is set for 7. What does that say about the Beaver Dam community?
It says they like their baseball, and they want to come out and support us, and you couldn't ask for any better people. And like I said, the Waupun people travel well. They came down. They're supporting their team, which we should. And, again, we expect to have a nice night of baseball here. We had the lights on last night to let our boys track some fly balls and some ground balls, and they came in, and they said there's not a dark spot out there anywhere that they had trouble seeing, so they were able to track heavy fly balls, and it's awesome. And you'll see it in a little while here.
And you were just telling me, I think at a game last week when this team took on Waunakee and beat them in a close one late, these aren't just light fixtures that got thrown up. There's a lot of intention here. Like, there's a reason there's not going to be a dark spot out there. No one on the road should be getting blinded. The placement and the angles of each one of these individual lights is very intentional, right?
Yes, the technology that Musco has, we got to thank them too, is tremendous. They can sit on the Wi-Fi back in Iowa, and they can adjust these lights to any angle that they want to do it. So the computer actually adjusts them for us, and they're all done. And these have the capabilities of, like at the American Family Field, you can shut them off, and they can go red, white, and blue, or gold and green, whatever you want to make for colors. We aren't going to do that capability tonight because none of us have learned it yet.
Right.
But we're getting there. It's like I said, it's a process. And right now we're just able to turn the key and go, yes, we can play night baseball.
Anytime you can make comparisons between a major league stadium and a high school stadium, you're probably doing something right at the local level.
I think so, yes.
Nicest crowd we've seen so far this year, right?
A very nice crowd, you bet. And like I said, it's a 7 o'clock game. It's still, Thursday night. It's not a Friday or Saturday. and it's going to be a nice crowd. We hope that both teams can play well tonight and have a good time out on the field. That's what this is all about, high school sports.
Also, youth baseball night, whiteout night. You're sporting one of the jerseys. Pretty nice job marketing-wise by the school and everybody involved just to make this such a big deal, right?
It is. It turned out excellent. And I tell you, Nate Wilkey's wife, Tiffany, we got to hand her a lot of credit on this, because she sits and puts some of this stuff together, and then Nate follows up and he ordered these beautiful jerseys with the kids' names on, and everybody gets to keep them. And they're white, of course, because we're white out. And then Waupun, I guess earlier today, we're communicating with somebody, and they said they're going to do all black then tonight.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome. I mean, you can't get us mixed up, can you?
Absolutely. No, that's about as much contrast as you can get. So under the lights, youth night, white out. Anything else I'm missing? There's a lot going on today.
No, not
a good
that I
game
can
of
think
baseball,
of.
right?
Let's have a nice game of baseball tonight, and I want to thank you guys for the coverage. Daily Dodge and WBEV. I mean, you guys have been supporters of Beaver Dam sports at high school and American Legion for years, and we want to put a thank you out to you guys also.
Well, for those of you who are living under a rock and don't know this, Jeff also is the reason the field looks so phenomenal, lights or not. He's out there doing all the operations, dragging the dirt. That stuff's not easy, especially when you're in the Midwest and the south central Wisconsin and you get rain, snow, and sleet in April, right?
It has its challenges. Yes, it does. But I can't take all the credit. I mean, the school district is wonderful. They let me come and do this, and if I need help from the guys, the rest of the crew, which they do help me a lot. But yeah, it just seems to be people see me more probably than anybody on it. But I'm pretty particular. I like to make sure it's done and do it myself. That's kind of how I am. And again, it helps. Look at the results that we get. But we do have help out here. And like I said, I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Mark DiStefano and the entire school district for doing this. And like I said, look at the support of all the community. It's great.
Absolutely. Well, Jeff Eberly, you're a busy man tonight. Ceremonial flick of the lights coming on pretty soon, so I will let you get to it. Thanks so much for the time.
You betcha. Thank you.
We will take a 1-minute break here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV. Waupun and Beaver Dam when we come back.
Hi, this is Sandy from McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We are proud to support all Beaver Dam athletes. While at home watching high school sports, why not be comfortable? McKinstry's is a lazy boy comfort studio. We have sofas, recliners, sectionals, and reclining sofas. Stop into McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and add comfort to your home.
Year after year, McKinstry's.
When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
And we welcome you back to the pregame show for Beaver Dam and Waupun. We'll call it Under the Lights for the first time here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV. Corey Sparks here on site. Shout out to our video engineer, Aiden Voigt. Jack Wilski back at the WBEV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam studios, just about a mile from here, spinning the dials, making sure we stay on the air. And now I'm with Justin Wilski. We're going to have a roulette of guests tonight. Joining me, Justin, you've seen the evolution of this kind of from behind the lens. You've done a lot of games where maybe they were suspended due to darkness. How cool is it to see the support and the fact that we're going to have a night game and we're not going to pause it today?
Oh, it's absolutely awesome that we've got this going on out here. There's an amazing crowd out here, massive crowd turning out for this. And I've been here for a lot of different games where overcast skies have made the game a little dark. You get late at night, those long games that drag on, where it seems like every inning is just 10, 15 hits, and you never know what's going to happen. You never know if they're going to call it. You never know if you're going to be able to stick it out. It's not great. It's not great. So this is going to be absolutely huge. And when they told us, oh, the lights are coming, much like Jeff Eberly said, we were like, no, they're coming in, 5 years, 10 years.
Right, down the road, kick the can.
We were not expecting it to happen this quick. And I drove by several times in the process of them putting them up, and it did not take them long to get them in place. They really got the work done quick.
I know I started working here mid-September, and Wade brought up the idea of it, and he kind of said the same thing that you and Jeff have been saying, reflected that, yeah, it's going to happen. We don't really know when. November, December, January rolls around. He goes, maybe this season. April rolls around and he's like, hey, you better get ready. This is going to happen in like a month. So the dominoes fell pretty quickly, but should be cool, right? You mentioned the idea of a game being suspended in darkness, a lot of hits going on, different momentum shifts. If you're winning the game and there's an inning left, I mean, that's such a killer. Like, oh, sorry, we got to go home. Come back tomorrow and see if you have the same fire under you. So it should be cool. You and I were talking about the crowd numbers before this started. At least 200, 150 to 200, which is phenomenal for a high school game.
Absolutely, easily. And people are still rolling in. I still see people walking down the walkway, people trying to find parking spots, which, I mean, there's parking on the street going down 2 or 3 different side streets. It's absolutely insane.
It's crazy. 5:30 I was here, an hour and a half ago, and I was worried about getting a parking spot. And it's a pretty expansive lot. I mean, the buses don't take up that much space, so phenomenal stuff to see. Well, Justin, while you're here, I'll go over the lineups for Waupun and Beaver Dam. For the Waupun Warriors, Bryant Ferris leads off. He's followed by Mason Holes, who's going to be on the bump on the other end today, and Evan Sauer, who is hitting 500. That's 19 for 38 on the season. Not exactly normal. 4, 5, and 6 is Hayes Beam. We have Jake Kruger and Emmett Hull. And then we have, for the bottom third, it is Logan Prawl, Ethan Cunningham, and Landon Richter for the Warriors, coming in at 12-1 and led by first-year skipper Travis Hull. And then for Beaver Dam on defense, Jarek Westover, Kyler Keel, and Jeffrey Freund is left, center, and right field. Left side of the infield, Boston Damon, Ashton Seaford, Right side, we look over at second base, Jake Julka. First base, Zach Shave. Braden Strakota is actually going to have a DH in for him on the other end of the inning. He's catching balls and strikes for Eli Bryant. Kent State commit. He throws 91 miles an hour. He's 6'2", 215, lots of muscle. I would not want to go against him, Ninja. I don't know about you.
No, definitely not. And heaven forbid you accidentally crowd the plate. That can be a bad day for you.
Especially when it's windy or colder out. It doesn't feel too good, right?
Cold baseballs, yeah, that's worse than regular baseball.
It's also youth night, so in a moment here, not only are the lights going to be turned on for the first time in Beaver Dam history since, as Jeff just said, the 70s and 80s before the tornado incident, but we're going to have a first pitch from Declan Blank. Declan's the brother of JV player Parker Blank and JV2 player Cam Blank. First pitch was donated by Beaver Dam Baseball to the Beaver Dam Basketball Fundraiser, and it was purchased by the family of a JV player, Eli Johnson. So here is Declan, getting ready to wind up and fire for the first pitch of what should be a historic night. He threw a strike. That was in there. Little inside on the knuckles if he was going righty-righty. Not a bad pitch from Declan at all. Better than I could have done, that's for sure.
I love being showed up by the youth. Yeah, that's great.
It's just phenomenal. Good confidence booster before we lift off here. That's why we're behind the headsets, okay? We've got the national anthem here.
The Leave Your Legacy Lights project is a community grassroots fundraising effort to get lights at this varsity field. In just a few short months, we were able to fundraise enough money to secure the project through the school district. We will be having an official lights dedication at a future game, but we would like to specifically thank Adam and Nicole White family, White Construction, for being a major contributor of our lights project. Their son Nolan is currently an 11U Little League player.
So there was Waupun's starting lineup. Here's Beaver Dam, and there's a bit of an accompaniment going on with celebration of the youth night. A youth player goes out with each Beaver Dam starter in their brand new whiteout jerseys, photographers everywhere, north of 200 in attendance. And Justin, that turning on of the light, that was cinematic. To the music.
Yeah, that was really well done, and I appreciate the fact that they not only chose a song to coordinate that with, but there's a little bit of suspense there, because at first they didn't come on and there was just one, and then all the rest of them lit up and glorious, and the field looks amazing.
Just phenomenal. Shout out to Jeff Eberly. Shout out to the north of 80 donors that made this happen. It did not happen overnight. I would like to say, Justin, this didn't happen for a while. It was kind of getting kicked down the road, right? And then I got hired, and it happened in like 6 months. So I'm not going to take any credit for it at all, but not everything is a coincidence.
There's a couple other things I'd like to see him get done. A new press box for us out here would be great as well. If you want to bring that up at the next meeting.
I'll go to the board. Yeah. And here is the national anthem. Phenomenal job as we just about get set for Beaver Dam and Waupun. Justin, you're from Waupun. This team hasn't played Beaver Dam in 8 years. What were you doing 8 years ago?
Well, 8 years ago, I was not yet living in Waupun. I was actually still living in Beaver Dam.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's been a while since these two have met up, and it's kind of fitting that they're meeting up tonight on such a big night. And I love that these two schools can communicate so well that one team's like, we're going to do the whiteout. The other team's like, you know what, blackout on this side.
Yeah.
Let's just make it look extra cool out there. And they definitely did. I mean, it's going to be a gorgeous game tonight.
As Justin alluded, for you listening on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, Beaver Dam sporting their whiteout jerseys with the green lettering and numbering and yellow trim, and Waupun doing the exact opposite with the blackout tops and bottoms and mustard yellow for the numbering and lettering. I guess the alternate would have been yellow versus white. That wouldn't have been too pretty. So shout out to the Warriors for making the switch.
Yeah, good call on that one. Definitely stick with the black.
There have been some wardrobe disasters in the major leagues recently, so shout out to these two Wisconsin high schools, making sure they don't replicate that. Just about to get underway, Eli Bryant, Division I recruit to Kent State. Power, prowess, athleticism, not an issue at all. Control's been a bit of one. He's 0-3 through 16 1/3 innings pitched. ERA in the low 4s. Has a fiery fastball that lives low 90s, climbs up to 92, 93. And he also has a dipping curveball. You can pull the tablecloth on it just about any moment. So Bryant's up against another Bryant, Bryant Ferris. So last name Bryant versus first name Bryant. Ferris steps into the right-handed batter's box, and we're just about to be underway under the lights for the first time in north of 35 years. Eli comes home, fastball low and in, and it's a swinging strike one to get us underway. This is phenomenal. Kids running up and down each side. Plenty of spectators. 0-1 from Eli. Looping curveball that we just talked about. Catches the upper half. He gets the signature from the crew chief to make it 0-2. Ferris hitting .419. One of 14 players on this roster to hit better than 300 so far. The 0-2, a looping curveball, and that one's popped up and out of play over by the Beaver Dam track. Beyond the chains here to keep it 0-2.
And I thought of another great benefit to the way things are now able to line up for their games. It means the JV players can actually come over and watch the varsity game after the fact, whereas in the past they always had to play at the same time.
Right, yep, the JV game just wrapped up about 15 minutes before first pitch here as we got a bit of a pause in play to get a new ball back into the field. Yeah, it's phenomenal. Now you get to support your teammates, people that, if you're looking at it from a JV perspective, you look up to, you're trying to learn from, you get to watch it firsthand. Eli Bryant gets set at the belt. The 0-2 on the way. Is fouled off one of the brand new light fixtures. How poetic was that? That hasn't happened yet in front of me this season. So
no, that's a first, yeah.
So Bryant Ferris greeting the light fixture with a foul ball that was probably 80 to 90 miles an hour off the bat. And it'll remain 0-2. Eli Bryant gets set at the belt once again, gets the sign from Strakota and comes home. High fastball, it's a chopper up the third base side. Damon fields it on 2 hops, muffs it for a second, and the double clutch cost him. The throw is tardy by a step and a half. It'll be an infield single.
Now batting for Waupun is the pitcher number 12, Mason Holes.
Ferris was able to leg that one out, and here's Mason Holes. The man on first and nobody down. Waupun again coming in winning 12 of their first 13 this season. Eli checks on first. Ferris dives back head first. Gets back in plenty of time. And excuse me, that went down as an error on the muff from Damon. So no hit for Waupun here. E5. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball low and in. Misses for a ball. 1-0 with a man on first. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Lefty-righty matchup. Eli comes home. This is fastball high to make it 2-0. Looks pretty ominous out there, Justin.
I mean, a little bit, but I see some clear sky behind us, and that's really kind of what we're keeping an eye on.
This is true. That's coming our way. Hopefully no storm to weather here. Bryant steps back in, digs in on the rubber, and a 2-0. Catches the outer half. He gets the signature for strike one. Waupun could steal their fair share of bases. They've tried 59 times. They've succeeded 59 times. They have not been caught. That is not normal, but they have been spotless so far. 2-1. Two-seamer low and in. Just misses near the ankles to make it 3-1. Aren't many things in this world you can do 59 times and not trip up on, but Waupun's done that with stolen bases so far. Pretty impressive.
I can't think of a single thing I've done 59 times and not tripped up.
3-1 hitters count here for Holes. Bryant comes home and misses low and in. Station to station, the Warriors go. Ferris advances to second, Holes to first, and we've got traffic with no down.
Now batting the shortstop, number 25, Evan Sauer.
And here come the sprinkles. Nothing crazy yet.
No, we can handle a little bit of light sprinkling. That's never an issue.
Evan Sauer steps in, takes a head-high fastball for ball one. Yeah, I'm okay with this. If it gets worse, I may start complaining.
We just got a few pieces of expensive equipment we have to make sure not to, dip in the water.
Yeah, no big deal. Runners on first and second, 1-0 with nobody down. Fastball catches the outer half for a strike. Make it 1-1 on Mr. Sauer, who is 19 for 38 this season, hitting an even 500 through 13 games. 1-1 for Bryant. Curveball, and he gets a wave and a miss on a ball that entered the left-handed batter's box for strike two. Only game going on. Softball wrapped up a little over an hour ago. JV wrapped up about half an hour ago. Everybody watching varsity action under the lights. 1-2. Fastball misses low and away for a ball.
And we've got the softball team sitting here to our right in the press booth. And we have the JV team sitting to our left.
Collective effort to come out and support tonight. Phenomenal scene. Long pause from Bryant, looks back at second, comes home, 2-2. Slider misses low and away for a ball. Payoff pitch on the way with runners on first and second. Waupun team will jump on you offensively. They've scored 10 or more runs 3 games in a row and 5 times in their last 6 tries. They know how to ring up that scoreboard. 3-2 from Bryant. Is popped up the right side. It's nearing a light fixture again. It just misses one of the beams for a loud strike 2.
We have to put signs up letting people know that those are not targets.
Specifically that one. It's been hit once and narrowly missed a second time. Another payoff pitch coming. 3-2 with runners on first and second, nobody down. Bryant checks back on second, comes home, and he just misses outside with the slider. Bases juiced with nobody down. We've gone E5 and now back-to-back walks. Waupun hasn't really had to make much contact yet.
A little bit of a conversation there.
McKinstry's Home Furnishings mini mound visit between Strakota and Bryant.
What do you think was said there?
Something to push confidence into him. You know, nothing too elaborate. You've got this. Play catch with me. Something simple. You don't want to cloud the brain too much. Here's Chase Beam. He checks his swing on a ball that hits the chalk and is fair. Down the first base side. Ferris comes home to score. Holes is behind him. The throw is up the line. And it's 2-0 on a check swing single that barely stayed fair.
You warned us about this. You said they're quick to score on you, and
they
right
are.
there.
Ferris touches the plate. Holes right behind him. Sauer went from first to third, and it's runners on the corners still with nobody down. He wasn't even sure if he was supposed to swing at that. It's a good thing he did.
Ended up paying off.
Yeah, a team best 23 RBI for Beam in what is now his 14th game. That's routine for him. He'll hit 1 or 2 in per game, which should not be routine, but again, electric offense for Waupun. Coach Wilkey looking for a further explanation there as the ball's going to get tossed around the diamond, a little around the horn action.
Let me be one of the first to say that you can see that ball beautifully right now. It's illuminated beautifully under these lights.
Maybe that's the argument from the umpires. No, we know it was a fair ball. You guys got lights here now. Don't worry. We saw that one crystal clear. Runners on the corners. Jake Kruger steps up next with nobody down. Waupun up early, 2-0. Eli checked on third, stepped off the mound, then fired to first. And all runners are safe. Now in this situation, you'll typically have that runner on first steal second, because if you throw second, runner on third comes home. We will see how aggressive Mr. Beam gets on a team that's stolen 59 times and hasn't been caught once yet. First pitch, slides into the left-handed batter's box, and Kruger takes it for a ball.
I think it's going to pass in about 30 seconds. Getting a little bit of drops on us right now.
Just a bit.
Camera guy Aiden's getting a little nervous about the equipment, but so far it's been very minor.
1-0 fastball, swung on and missed by Kruger for strike 1.
No matter how you cut it, I'll still need a shower tonight.
Yeah, 100%, right? One runners on the corners. Waupun up 2-0 early. Deep breath by Eli Bryant. It's the sign and comes home, and he blows a fastball right by him for strike 2. Looks like Kruger just tipped that one at the end. So 1-2 count. And Bryant's got all the power in the world. He throws low 90s. There's not many in high school who can do that. Already has his Division I offer, and he is committed to Kent State. It's just about control. He checks on first again, and Beam gets back easily. Head first slide. See, Waupun can get away with that. They've got the black jerseys. The dirt's kind of going to blend in. Beaver Dam does that in the whiteouts. They're not going to be white much longer. Bryant nods in, comes home. Runner's going. This is popped straight up and about 20 feet over our heads. Beyond the fencing and onto the JV field.
And nowhere near the new lights.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good foul ball. Runner was going there. It's an aggressive Waupun team. Bryant nods in once again. The 1-2 to Kruger. A tailing curveball that misses letter high for ball 2. Beaver Dam still looking for that first out. Winners of 3 of their last 4. They found the bats. Bryant does that double clutch again. Steps off the mound, checks on third, and throws to first. And he's doing that because if he leans to first right away, Evan Sauer is going to sprint home. He needs to keep both runners honest. A tough task for sure. At some point, it's time to focus on the batter. 2-2 count, runners on the corner still. Bryant trying to put him away. Fastball up and away, just misses for ball number 3.
Seen a lot of beautiful pitches here. It looks like he's just trying to get himself dialed in. It's still early, first inning.
That's just it, right? No horrible misses, nothing that's skidded off the fence or anything. Payoff pitch on the way. And he got it.
That's going to feel good.
Oh, yeah. Big confidence booster. Bryant caught the lower half, blew a fastball right by Kruger, and it's 1 down.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 3, Emmett Cole.
Emmett Hole steps up with a .306 batting average and 10 RBI so far. And now it's beautiful for Bryant because if he can get a hard ground ball up the middle, some way, shape, or form, he could get a double play turn to get out of here while only giving up 2 runs. First pitch, runners going to second. He tosses in, Sauer is tagged, the throw home, and the scheme worked. Excuse me, that was Chase Beam who got caught over at second, but Evan Sauer scored in the process to make it 3-0. Waupun strategically trading an out for a run there.
I'm probably the last person that should be critical about this, but I feel like there's a little hesitation on that throw to home. And that may have been costly.
It wasn't late by much.
No.
So 2 down, the bases are clear now, and Waupun has put their first 3 hitters across the plate. First pitch to Hole, and he gets a signature on the outer half, first strike. Bryant working a little quicker now, 0-1. Fastball that's flared down the right side and out of play. It's youth night, there goes about 12 kids chasing after one baseball. It's like it got trapped under the fence, and now they're going to try and jump the fence. And someone got away with it. 2 down, 0-2 from Bryant. Curveball, this one's pulled to left center field. Westover jogging to his left, and he makes the play for out number 3. Waupun puts 3 across on just 1 hit. They capitalize on an error as well. We'll step aside for a minute between half frames here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
The winter weather can play havoc on your hands and hair. Fear not, the folks at Wonder Nails and Spa has just a ticket for you. Call 887-4374 and let them pamper you. Let them chase away those winter blues. Let's talk hair. Long, beautiful hair, shining, whoa, I digress. The team of cost cutters will put a shimmer and shine to your mood, and their retail products are the best in the business. Call 885-0437 today. That's why you hear everyone say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center, and you should too.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we'd like to thank our Swedish friends for bringing the buffet to America. They called it the smorgasbord, but it was a success anyway. So we started our own buffet and loaded it up with pizza, chicken, sides, salads, and cactus bread. And you can even request any pizza you want anytime you visit. We call it Buffet Your Way, because smorgasbord your way, well, that doesn't rhyme at all. Pizza Ranch.
Check out your local Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam, Watertown, or Waupun, or check out pizzaranch.com.
3-0 is our score. Waupun on top after their turn at the plate in our first edition of Under the Lights. Stadium lights flicking on to the cheers of north of 200 people. Corey Sparks, Justin Wilski, happy to be here with you. Sprinkles have come and kind of gone, so we're hoping they stay away. Beaver Dam steps up to take their hacks. It's Freund, Damon, and Bryant, 1-2-3. Shave, Westover, and Keel, 4-5-6. Bottom third, Brandon Morrissey, Jake Julka, Ashton Seifert. And for Waupun in the outfield, left to right, Schmidt, Ferris, and Cunningham. On the corners, over at third, it's Hole. At first, it's Kruger. Short, it's Sawyer. Second is Richter. Catching balls and strikes, Chase Beam for Mr. Mason Holes, a southpaw who head coach Nate Wilkey said knows what he's doing with his off speed and will try and bury a lot low. And that's worked out for him so far this year. He is 4-0 with a 1.59 earned run average, 35 strikeouts to 16 walks in 17 and 2/3 innings pitched. And Justin, he's got a bit of a cushion. He is up 3-0 before he even throws a pitch. That's not a bad feeling to have.
No, that's got to make you feel really good walking into the start of the inning. I imagine that takes a lot of the pressure off because if you happen to walk the first guy or get a couple wild pitches somewhere, you're not going to feel too bad.
Right. And conversely for Beaver Dam, you've got to feel like those hitters now feel obligated to respond because they're facing a pretty decent deficit. Although I will say, if you look back 2 days ago, they were down 3-0 to Fort Atkinson going into the 5th frame, and then they put up measly 13 runs and ran away with that one. So it was one of those better late than never scenarios.
It's one of those things where they say that's why you don't play it on paper, right?
Exactly.
Mike Tronson says that all the time.
Scorecard doesn't have pictures. Here's Jeffrey Freund, lefty-righty matchup. He steps into the right-handed batter's box and swings through a chest-high fastball for strike one. Rain has faded temporarily. It's getting a little lighter out. 0-1 from Holes. Misses up and in for a ball. He doubles up on that fastball. Digs really deep into that glove. A rock step and delivery, 1-1. Curves into the inner half for a strike. Freund staring at it. Jeffrey hitting .409 on the season. He's coming off one of his better games of the year. 3 for 4, 2 runs, 2 RBI. He walked twice, did a little bit of everything. Takes a fastball at the shoestrings for ball 2. And we got to see the lights turn on, but in about 30 to 45 minutes, we're really going to see the full effect, right? Darkness will start to take over, but then it won't because we've got lights now. Fastball taken low and in. Freund crouches and takes it by the shoes for ball 3. Full count here. Holes wasting no time at all. The pitch. Up near the neck, Freund bends away and takes a leadoff walk.
Like we said, it's one of those things you can kind of shake off right now because you do have a 3-run lead.
Right. Big thing with having somebody on first with a lefty, too, is he's facing them. So he's always got one eye on first. It's going to be pretty difficult for Freund to try and get a decent lead. Here's Boston Damon stepping into the right-handed batter's box with a man on first and nobody down. He shows bunt on a curveball and takes it letter high for a ball. Here's the thing with Damon. He has 17 successful sacrifice bunts in his career, a senior now. The record is 17, so he has a share of it. If he lays one down here and advances the runner, he'll have lone possession at 18. He bunts this one up the first base line, and it trails out of play. He wants it. That'd mean a lot here. Get a person in scoring position right away, but it is a 1-1 count on Boston.
Never realized how I started helping to cover baseball, just how much of a skill bunting successfully is.
It is. You've got a dead in that ball, and Emmett Hull understands what's going on. He's tucked in from third by about 5 paces. 1-1. Boston shows bunt again, pushes it up the right side, and I think that one hit his foot in foul territory to make it a 1-2 count. It's not easy. These guys are not taught to push the bat at the ball. They're supposed to take the impact away because you don't want a swinging bunt where essentially it just turns into a ground ball. You want to make that pitcher ideally leave the mound or the catcher and give the person at first enough time to sprint over and advance. 1-2 count. Holes looks in and tosses over to first. Freund dives back in safely. It's another one that doesn't feel good when it's cold, though. You're taking the impact. You're not delivering anything back.
Right.
1-2. Fastball up and in, just missed. Damon backed away from it. Gets the sign. Wilkey over at third. And it's 2-2. Pitch, runner's going. Curveball that dove in at the ankles is fouled towards the Warriors dugout. Everyone's all right. And we will do it again. Thank goodness for those chains, right? If I'm sitting on a bench and I see something coming at me pretty quick, I can't promise I'll get out of the way in time. I'd like to think I would. Fight or flight.
Right.
Can't fight the baseball, so you got to get out of the way. 2-2. Fastball low and in once again. That will load the count full for the second time today in as many at-bats. Coach Wilkey talked about plate discipline, getting up there, waiting for the pitch to drive. We'll see if he gets it here. Full count, runner's going. Head-high fastball, swing and a miss. The throw on to second. Nobody's home. Freund swipes the bag, and now he's going the extra 90 to third. The throw there is high. Emmett Hull Had to leave his feet for that one, and Freund advances corner to corner, but Beaver Dam trades it out for it. A little chaos there.
I mean, you think about the fact that they're planning on trading it out to get him from first to second. Trading it out for first to third must feel pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm sure Mr. Damon would have preferred to put that one in play or something, but hey, I mean, heads up base running by Jeffrey Freund, who again coming off of a phenomenal performance. And here's somebody who's quite dangerous. Eli Bryant steps in from the right side and wastes no time at all. He pulls it into left field, and that is rolling to Schmidt. Freund scores 3-1. BD's on the board.
Freund didn't even take off at a fast pace there. He just jogged that one in leisurely.
No worries at all.
He knew what was going on.
Didn't even have any time to introduce Eli. Said the word dangerous, and that ball was in left field. This team's got 6 home runs this year. That guy Eli over on first, he's got 5 of them. Pretty powerful dude. So the first to third advancement for Freund on that swinging strikeout from Damon pays off. The next pitch, Bryant logs his 19th RBI of the season. That's a team best. And here comes Zach Shave from the right side. Run around first, one down. Shave takes low and inside for ball 1. Getting our fair share of scoring so far. 4 outs recorded, 4 runs logged. That's quite the ratio to be on. 1-0 is popped straight up. It's fading towards the first base line. Out of play. Kruger leaned into foul territory and then leaned back into fair territory and gloved it for out number 2. Now some fields are blocked by buildings, big structures, tree lines. This is wide open. So if there's wind, they're going to feel it out there.
Feel every bit of it.
We feel it up here. That's for sure.
The aluminum stands don't do much to take away the cold.
Yeah, the ones with holes in them, right? First pitch to Westover. Bryant's going to second. Ball skips in and is late. Eli swipes an extra 90.
He decided that white jersey needed a little bit of color, and it has it now.
Earn your stripes, right?
There you go.
1-0 count on Jarek Westover. He has that 6th home run for Beaver Dam. Eli on second, having the other 5. Hit a moonshot. Dead center field against Milton 2.5 weeks ago. 0-1 from Holz. This one's pulled to the second baseman, Richter, who jogs to his left and catches in stride. L4, for those of you keeping track at home. Beaver Dam puts one across on an RBI single by Eli Bryant. It's 3-1 after 1 here on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
At Preferred Dental Partners, our core values are more than just something we put on our wall. They're something we live out. Core value number 2 is the wow experience. This means that from the moment you walk in the door until the time you leave, we want to provide an experience for our patients that is unlike anything you've had before. There are lots of choices of dentists, and we never want anyone to feel they have to be here. We want them to choose to be here because they feel heard, welcomed, and well cared for. If you want to see what the wow experience is about, call or text Preferred Dental Partners today.
Backed by popular demand, it's the Jeep Celebration event at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. Hello, this is Brent Reed, giving your wallet a spring break with brand new 2024 Jeep Compass Latitudes from $34,800. $5,000 off Jeep Grand Cherokee Limiteds, Dodge Charger Daytona RTs with a Hemi engine for $45,000, and significant price reductions on numerous models. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and ReedChrysler.com.
Three to 1's our score. Eli Bryant giving himself a little run support on a ball he pulled to left field, and he will face the bottom third of the order. 7, 8, and 9, Prahl, Cunningham, and Richter. First pitch to Prahl. Misses low and inside. So Waupun put their first 3 hitters across. Ferris reached on an E5, Holes and Sauer walked, and all 3 came around to score. 1-0. Catches middle to make it 1-1. And then Eli Bryant responding with an RBI single to left that scored Jeffrey Freund. As we enter the top of the second. 1-1 for Bryant. Drifts up and in for ball 2. Waupun Waupun again coming in at 12-1 on the season, 8-0 in the East Central Conference. They are far and away the best team in that division so far. Fastball misses just a bit outside for ball 3. It's Waupun at 8-0, Kettle Moraine Lutheran at 7-1, and then quite the gap. Kewaskum and Plymouth are back down there at 4-4 in conference play. 3-1 hitters count the pitch. It's fouled up and over the screen, back to the Beaver Dam track on the right side to make it a 3-2 count. These lights really starting to take effect. Sunset will be in about 25 minutes. 3-2. Swing and a miss, and a ball up high. Second strikeout in 3 batters for Bryant, and second on the day, 1 down. Beaver Dam, on the other hand, they are in quite the race in the Badger Large. So Monona Grove leads everybody at 7-2. Then it's Waunakee 5-3, Watertown 4-4. Here is Ethan Cunningham. Bryant steps in, goes fastball just a bit too high for ball 1. Monona Grove, Waunakee, Watertown 7-2, 5-3, 4-4. And then Beaver Dam, DeForest, Milton, and Oregon 4-7, all tied at 4-5. Hard ground ball up the left side. Seifert fields it on 2 hops, fires to first, and gets his man by half a step for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Bryant. So a 4-way tie between Beaver Dam, DeForest, Milton, and Oregon. Beaver Dam gets the benefit there because of their run differential, only at -1. And Nate Wilkey wants to have a quick conversation with Ashton Seifert, who looks a bit shaken up on the play. Leaning down and touching that right knee. Didn't see anything out of the ordinary there when he fielded that ball. The throw got over nicely. Might have planted wrong. Footing was a little odd on the play. Nonetheless, he is getting looked at over there. Coach Ziegler in the vicinity. Pretty much the entire Beaver Dam coaching staff taking a look at Seifert there, the starting shortstop. He's been trading places in the rotation with Mr. Bryant. Those two have been alternating all year. Assistant staff of Terry Kiefer, who's been there for a while. Dylan Ziegler, Connor Colin, Skylar Eberly, and Jeff Eberly. And Nate Wilkey at the helm in his 7th year. Been involved with this program in some capacity for the last 23 years, and mentioned to me yesterday when we were talking about this game, this night, this event that has brought in well north of 200 supporters. He said he still gets chills just driving by this stadium, seeing the light fixtures up as the sun sets, and now he finally gets to see everything kind of take effect. Seifert still getting looked at over there by his dugout. And he's jogging back out there to short. Gets a fist bump from Bryant on the mound. Looks like everything's all right. So he was involved in that 6-3 ground out, and then went over to his dugout, kind of grimacing and checking on that right knee. Here's Landon Richter for Waupun, hitting .423 with 6 RBI so far. 3-1 game in the top of the second, 2 down, nobody on. Fastball misses low and away in the other batter's box for ball 1. Beaver Dam 4-5 at home. Won against Waunakee a little over a week ago. Fastball misses just high for ball 2. And meanwhile, Waupun's played phenomenally on the road, 6-1. Ball 3 misses in the left-handed batter's box as Strakota had to backhand it and lunge over. Bryant looking to dial in here after giving up a 3 spot in the opening frame. He's gone 2 up, 2 down, but has some work to do here. 3-0. Fastball up and in. Richter ducks away from it and takes his base on 4 pitches. Back to the top of the order we go. Here's Bryant Ferris, who reached on an E5 and was the first one to run across the plate for Waupun. Runner on first with 2 down. Eli Bryant comes home and blows a fastball by him. Clips the outer corner for strike 1. Ferris running on an 8-game hitting streak. He's gotten on base in all 14 games this season. Again, reached on that E5, so the hitting streak remains at 8 here. Eli Bryant nods in. Goes fastball again. Strakota backhands. Low and off the plate for ball 1. 1-1 count, 2 down with a runner on first here from the BDHS Diamond in the top of the second. Pitch. Clips the outer half again for strike 2. That fastball low and away. That's been Eli's location so far. His aiming point, if you will. And he's been doing a much better job here in this second frame as opposed to the first, where he walked a pair of hitters. 1-2. Runner bluffs. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. That baby dove. Third strikeout on the evening for Bryant. He goes 1-2-3 on Waupun. We head to the bottom of the second here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
The comfort in your home is too important to trust to just anyone. With over 75 years in the industry, Surefire Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to bring our community the heating and cooling services you deserve. Expect nothing short of excellence in service, installation, and 24/7 emergency service. As a premier Lennox dealer, we carry the best in equipment to bring you and your home peace of mind. Schedule your annual maintenance or claim your free in-home estimate today, 920-485-4883. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
6, 7, and 8 due up for the Golden Beavers, who face a 3-1 deficit as we enter the bottom of the second frame. Eli Bryant doing a nice job in the top half of the second after giving up a 3 spot in the first frame. He sits down 2 of his 3 outs via the strikeout. Did give up a walk in there. He strands Landon Richter over on first. It's Kyler Keel, Brandon Morrissey, and Jake Jolka due up for Beaver Dam, trying to claw into this early deficit, something they had no problem doing against Fort Atkinson a pair of days ago. They were down 3-0 heading into the top of the 5th and rattled off 13 unanswered to win that 1-7. There's Kyler Keel from the right side. Holes comes home. Mason Holes misses low and in for a ball. The lefty, rock steps, delivers, and misses low and in again. Make it a 2-0 count on Keel, who committed to Ripon College just up the road about 40 minutes 2 weeks ago. Fastball misses low and near the plate for ball 3. Keel hitting .306 this season with 8 RBI. 3-0. And he was taking all the way. That ball gets away, so Keel sprints to first, and he remains there on a lead-off 4-pitch walk. Beaver Dam starting the second frame same way they did the first. Jeffrey Freund led off with a full pitch walk and came around to score. Now Keel on first with Brandon Morrissey stepping up behind him. Runners going. Lefty deals. That misses outside, and Keel slides in safely, feet first. Runner in scoring position here for Beaver Dam. to respond after that 3 spot in the first. 1-0. This is in the right-handed batter's box for ball 2. Lefty-lefty matchup. Being a little lighter over the field here. Darkness kind of going into the horizon. Fastball catches the outer half for strike 1. Morrissey was 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. 2 of his 4 hits this season. Going to roll that momentum into today. He pulls this one to right field. Backing up on it is Cunningham. And he catches it on the run. Keel retreats back to second. That was not an easy play. That ball was diving away from Cunningham as he sprinted towards that right field line, about 20 feet in front of the foul pole, and that's out number 1. Great contact by Morrissey. Doesn't get rewarded. If that ball gets down, it probably scores Keel, but now 1 down. Jake Jolka steps up next from the right side. Corners of the infield tucked. He takes the ball low and in at his hip, and it hit him. Jolka jogs to first. Keel was running on that play, but because it hit the batter, he has to retreat. So Jolka wears 1, runners on first and second, and Jake Jolka represents the tying run for Beaver Dam early. Ashton Seifert steps in next, batting in the 9 hole. And he swings up and away and comes up empty for strike 1. Seifert made that nice play at short in the top half of this frame. Threw over to first to get his man by about half a step, and then he had to march over to his dugout and get checked on. They were looking at his knee. Quickly entered the game right after. 0-1. Seifert squats down and takes strike 2, outer half. Low and outside, but Holes just snuck it in there. Runners on first and second, 1 down. A southpaw comes home, 0-2. Wave and a miss, or did he get a piece of it? Seifert just got a piece of that one, so he stays alive. Holes facing a bit of a jam here. Looking for that crucial second out. This one a slicer to right center field. Ferris tracking over and making the play on his left. Keel sprints over to third. Jolka remains at first, and it's runners on the corners with 2 down. Couple of line shots. Morrissey cranked one to right, and Seifert sliced one to right center. Nice job by the Warriors outfield to track those down. Now runners on the corners, but there are 2 out. See if Beaver Dam gets risky and tries to steal second, force that throw over as we have a McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit between Beam and Holes. Holes again dominant so far this year. 4-0, 1.59 ERA. Gave up a run in the first against the opposing pitcher, Eli Bryant, who muscled one to left field for an RBI single. Holes checks on first. That one skips in there, and Kruger has to scoop it. That scoop just saved a run. Kyler Keel was ready to sprint home the final 90 feet. Jeffrey Freund finally ready to start his at-bat as he steps in from the right side. And not quite yet, another check on first. First pitch of the at-bat is muscled down the right side and over the home dugout as it bounces up against the second fencing. Oh, 1. catches the upper half. Crowd didn't like it. 0-2 count on Freund, who has the lone run for Beaver Dam so far. Drew a leadoff walk in the first and came around to score on that RBI single by Bryant. 0-2. Misses low and in. That one skips away. Beam goes to track it down, but it's too late. Kyler Keel scores the second run of the game for Beaver Dam. It's 3-2, and Jake Jolka gets into scoring position in the process. A wild pitch right there. Holes crossing his catcher up. And now anything in the outfield could score the tying run. 1-2. Middle. Freund stared it down, and he goes down, but not before Kyler Keel scores on a wild pitch. Beaver Dam puts up one apiece in the first two frames. They're down 3-2 to Waupun. Under the lights here on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
We enter the top of the third in a 3-2 ball game. Eli Bryant gets some more run support as Kyler Keel sprints home on a wild pitch to bring Beaver Dam to within one. He faces off against Mason Holes, the other pitcher, and starts him off with not one but two strikes right down the pipe. So after going down 3-0, Beaver Dam chipping away on offense, getting creative, finding ways to score with some aggressive base running. Curveball misses low and outside for a ball. Holes drew the first walk of the game back in the first and came around to score. 1-2. Fastball at tails up and away for a ball. The light part of the sky is over us now. There's some dark in the distance still too, but hopefully drifting away. Here's a fastball and a high chopper up the right side. Jolka fires to shave in time by a few steps for out one. Jolka doing a nice job, had plenty of time. Didn't need to charge on that one, just sat back on it, let the ball come to him, and he did the rest. Here's Evan Sauer, who walked back in the first and came around to score run number 2. He bends in and takes a curveball low and in for a ball. Sauer hitting 19 for 38 this season. 500 so far, not too bad. Here's fastball low and away for ball 2. Far and away the most consistent and dangerous hitter from a batting average standpoint. Eli goes changeup low and in, buckles the knees for strike 1. Sauer also second on this team with 15 RBI, and he waves through another changeup. Eli doubling up on it to make it 2-2. Bryant has retired 6 of his last 7, starting to get into a groove maybe. Fastball drifts up and in. Sauer bends away from it and takes ball 3. 3 strikeouts already for Bryant. He stares in, gets the sign, and comes home. And another fastball up and in. That's been the miss lately. Sauer draws his second walk in as many at-bats. Here's Chase Beam, who reached on a single and hit Ferris home back in the first. Runner on first, 1 down. Eli Bryant comes home. Curveball, low and away for a ball. With that single, Beam extended that hitting streak to 4. Eli checks on first. That was close, but a safe signal. Evan Sauer dives back in. Top of the third, 1-0 count, 1 down, 3-2 ball game. Waupun in front, runner going, that's a strike, the throw in, it skips and is late. Seifert came in off the shortstop side, but the ball drifted towards the second baseman in Jolka, and Sauer steals the 61st bag of the season for Waupun. They still haven't been caught. 1-1. Catches the outer half for a strike. Another fastball from Bryant. It's been a good work back pitch for him. He's usually able to locate that. When the fastball's on, he's on. 1-2, 1 down, the pitch. Misses low and away. Ankle high and in the other box. Runner in scoring position for Waupun, looking to score for the first time since the first. Bryant checks on second, comes home, 2-2, and he pulls a fastball out of the zone. Height was all right, but way off the plate for ball 3. One down, man on second. Payoff pitch is spoiled. So dribbles towards the Waupun dugout, and we'll do it again. Beam has a team best 22 RBI this season, entered with 21. It's just his 14th game on a ridiculous pace. Bryant steps in, comes home, and just misses outside. Strakota did his best frame job, but couldn't get it. And that's back-to-back walks, runners on first and second now. Courtesy runner here for Beam. Emmett Hull steps over. And here is a McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit as head coach Nate Wilkey goes out there. Try and calm down his starter. That's 5 walks in 2 1/3 innings pitched so far. Bryant does have 3 strikeouts. He does throw hard. He does have the athleticism. It's just been a game of control. That's why Waupun's got 3 runs on just 1 hit. They have capitalized on a Beaver Dam error as well. This scenario, runners on first and second. Got to be thinking, keep that ball down. Get the hitter to roll over. The double play gets Bryant out of this. Here's Jake Kruger. He waves through a first pitch changeup, low and inside for strike number 1. Kruger prepares for the 0-1. Here it comes. Runner heading to third. This is yanked down the left side and near the parking lot beyond the fencing. A loud strike 2 from Kruger. Evan Sauer was heading for third. Possible hit and run scenario there with 1 strike. Beaver Dam has started to reel this 12-1 Waupun team back in. They're looking to bolster this lead. 0-2, 1 down, runners on first and second. The pitch, a A curveball in on the hands, and it flies into the glove of Zach Shave, who backed up a step and a half, gloved it. Runners freeze, and it's 2 down. A soft liner over to Shave. Had a funky spin on it, but he did a nice job of tracking it down and squeezing the glove. And here's Emmett Hole, who flew out to left field to end the first frame. 2 down, runners on first and second. See how aggressive Waupun gets here. Runner going. Sauer to third. The throw is just late. That was bang bang. Sauer stole second and now steals third. The throw is perfectly on target. Damon just couldn't swipe over in time. So 1-0 count. 2 down, runners on first and third now. The pitch misses low and outside for a ball. Emmett Hole has managed to get on base in the last 3 games, looking to make it 4 here and looking to give his team a bit of a better lead. Eli does a double take, checks on first and picks his man off. He caught Chase Beam sleeping. Bryant gets him on the PK, and we're through 2.5 frames. 3-2 the score. Waupun in front of Beaver Dam here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com.
Chris Kladowski Real Estate. As a realtor, there is such joy in driving past one of our clients' houses that is now the place they call home. Be it a first-time home buyer, a relocation to our community, or someone upsizing or downsizing. We are passionate about the place you call home and meeting your wants and needs each step of the way. We sell the houses, you make it a home. Questions? Give us a call, 920-219-9212. Kladowski Real Estate, your trusted real estate advisors.
Top of the order due up for the Golden Beavers as they face a 3-2 deficit. They've tacked on a run in the first and second frames. First frame was thanks to an RBI single pulled to left field by Eli Bryant to score Jeffrey Freund. And Kyler Keel had quite the trip around the base paths. He walked to first, stole second, advanced to third on a crazy pitch, and stole home on the same thing, or took home on a wild pitch. It's Freund, Damon, and Bryant due up for the Golden Beavers. A team that's really turned things around the last week. They started this season 3-2, dropped 4 straight to go to 3-6, and now they've logged a W in 3 of their last 4 tries to be 6-7. Here's a hard ground ball down the left side. It hugs the line and finds the outfield. Jeffrey Freund reaches first on the first pitch at the bottom of the third. Second time through the lineup for Mason Holes, the lefty on the mound for Waupun. And Freund timed that first pitch fastball up perfectly to get on base. He represents the tying run. And here's Boston Damon right behind him. He checks his swing on a high fastball and broke the plane according to the crew chief for strike 1. Keep in mind again, Boston Damon with 17 successful sacrifice bunts. That ties a program record for a career, possibly in the spot to do so here. This takes fastball low and outside for ball 2, or for ball 1, excuse me. Make it 1-1. He can lay one down here. He'll have lone possession of the career sacrifice bunts record at 18. Holes catches Freund sleeping, throws to first. The throw to second gets away, and Freund's going to try and go first to third on another errant throw. He does so. The ball squirts away once more, but he'll stay at third. Jeffrey Freund. Similar sequence before on a swinging strikeout from Boston Damon. He stole second, but the throw got away and went to third. This time, Holes stepped off the mound, thought he had him, threw to first, and then the throw over to second was coughed up by Sawyer. Wow. And just like that, the tying run is 90 feet away for the Golden Beavers. Freund will be a little exhausted. He's had a couple of trips around the base paths now. Been quite eventful. We have a McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit. Travis Hull steps up to the mound to try and cool off his pitcher. Sky is beautiful now. It was dark and ominous before. We've got a cotton candy pink beyond the left field part of the fence. Dark navy blue clouds speckled throughout the sky in center and right, and a window of light blue sky draped right over us as the sun is setting over the first ever game under stadium lights here in Beaver Dam. Couldn't paint a better picture. Mound visit's done. There's Boston Damon facing a 1-1. He pops this straight up into shallow left field. Sawyer backs up on it. His toes just barely touching the infield, and he makes the grab for out number 1. That one not nearly deep enough for Freund to tag up and score. And here's Zach Shave. Flew out to first, back in the first. Has an opportunity here to bring home the tying run. Came into today hitting .357. He hits one back up the middle off the glove of Holes. That goes to short. Sawyer throws to first and gets his man, but it's an RBI ground out, a productive out for Zach Shave. That goes down as a 1-6-3. It got a decent piece of the glove of Holes, who was able to slow that comebacker down. And all credit to him, that's a single straight up the middle if he doesn't get a piece of it. So Freund scores the third run of the game. Beaver Dam ties it up. And here's Jarek Westover. He fouls one up and over the fencing down the left side to make it 0-1, 2 down. Fastball in on the knuckles. And he fouls it off the screen behind himself. 0-2 count, 2 down, base is cleared. Beaver Dam's managed to score once in every inning so far. Not a bad pace to be on. They gave up a 3-spot top half of the first. They've scored 1, 1, and 1. We are knotted up at 3, bottom 3. Westover takes the fastball, outer half, and Holes gets out of it, but not before. Shave hits Freund home on an RBI, 1-6-3 eventful ground out. We're knotted up at 3 after 3. Top of the 4 when we come back between Waupun and Beaver Dam on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
For every, where's the grocery list? I'll go to the store.
So you'll fill up my car on the way home?
Moment. If it has to do with your life and your money, it's a landmark moment, and Landmark Credit Union is here to help. With free checking accounts that offer you the choice of getting paid dividends on your balance or earning rewards points on your purchases. Opening an account is fast and simple and gives you access to Credit Hub, powered by Savvy Money, which shows your credit score so you can keep your finances healthy. Landmark Credit Union. Visit landmarkcu.com, insured by NCUA.
When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
Eli Bryant back out on the mound for inning number 4. All tied up now as Beaver Dam knotted things up in the bottom half of the third on a 1-6-3 RBI ground out from Zach Shave to take Jeffrey Freund the last 90 feet. 6-7-8 due up for Waupun. Emmett Hull steps in and takes a fastball for a strike outer half. Hull was hitting already to end the top half of last frame, but Chase Beam was picked off at first, so he gets a fresh at bat. Takes a ball that curves in for a strike on the inner half for strike 2. Quick 0-2 count here as Eli Bryant is ahead. And swing and a miss. He pulled the string on a changeup low and at the plate. That baby dove right at the end. One down, that is strikeout number 4 for Bryant. 4 strikeouts, 5 walks, 3 runs given up. It's been quite the roller coaster, but Bryant is now working in a tie for the first time since the first frame. He goes curveball first pitch on Logan Prawl. Steps in from the right side and takes it off the plate for ball 1. Just 3 combined hits in this game so far. Beaver Dam's got 2 of them, yet 6 runs between these two teams. 1-0. Misses low and off the plate for ball 2. Another fastball from Eli. Only hit he gave up was to Chase Beam himself back in the first. 2-0. Otherwise, it's been a lot of free passes. Here is a fly ball sliced into right center field. Freund jogs to his right, stops on a dime, and catches it for out number 2. Two up, 2 down for Bryant. Starting to settle into a groove here. Coach Wilkey talked about just getting ahead of these hitters. That's been the struggle for this rotation. At times, get those first 2 strikes, take the leverage. Here's Ethan Cunningham muscling a ball down the left side, not a play for strike 1. Cunningham grounded out 6-3 back in the second. 0-1. Fastball up and away, and he blows it right by him for strike 2. A home run swing there from Cunningham. Came into today with a .324 batting average and 14 RBI. 0-2. Curves up and in and just misses for a ball. Almost clipped the shoulder of Cunningham there. 1-2. Oh, Bryant went off speed, outer half, and walked off the mound. He thought he had a looking K, but it's called a ball. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, knotted up at 3. Bryant goes right back to that pitch, looking for the outer half, looking for the outer corner. And it's 3-2. Payoff pitch is muscled to shallow right field, and it drops between Jolka, Shave, and Freund. Freund tracks it down. And probably a stinger there for Cunningham, but he turns it into a single with 2 down. Bryant couldn't get the outer edge pitch, so he went inside, got a swing out of it and some weak contact, but just found a pocket in the grass. Here's Landon Richter, who drew a walk back in the second. Operating with 2 outs and a man on first. Cunningham representing that lead run. This one's in on the hands. Richter fouls it off the top of the screen, and that one missed us by about 10, 12 feet. I'd like to think if that carries the screen, it sails over us, but you never know. Ball had a funky spin on it. Oh, 1, 2 down, runner on first. Bryant stares in, gets the sign, comes home, and that skips by. The backhand of Strakota. Cunningham swipes second easily, rounds it hard, and goes back to second base. Now in scoring position. A costly ball there, a costly wild pitch. Seifert holding his man on second and then tracking back to short. Bryant comes home. And that just misses outside for a ball. Make it 2-1 with 2 down. The Waupun bats have been quiet. They put up 3 in the first frame. That hit to shallow right from Cunningham, the first hit they've had since the first frame, just their second hit of the day. 2-1 neutral count. The pitch floats just above the zone. Landon Richter tossed the bat. It started jogging over to first, but that was ball 3. So 3-1 on Richter. He thought it was ball 4. That's a confident bat toss towards his dugout, too. Hitters count nonetheless for him. Bryant with the 3-1. Hard ground ball up the left side. Damon gloves it and loses it. Boston Damon went for the forehand, tracking to his left, and just muffed it. Second error of the day on the hot corner. Cunningham advances to third on the play. Richter is over on first, thanks to the E5. Runners on the corners with nobody down, and Bryant's in a bit of a jam now. So we head to the top of the order for the third time for the Warriors. Here's Bryant Ferris from the right side. 0 for 1 with a run scored. He waves at a fastball up high for strike one. Bryant challenged Bryant, and he took it. Eli keeping an eye on first. He already has one pickoff today. Deep breath from Bryant. Comes home. Fastball misses low and away. Strakota backhands it. Ball got away by about 5 feet, but Cunningham staying put at third. Exact same line score for both teams. Waupun and Beaver Dam have 3 runs, a pair of hits, and a pair of errors. One. Bryant does a double take and then flips back to first and gets his man again. Landon Richter was caught sleeping. Eli checked on third, threw to first, and Zach Shave got him with the swipe. Now 2 pickoffs for Eli Bryant. We head to the bottom of the 4th in a 3-3 ball game here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
Backed by popular demand, it's the Jeep Celebration event at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. Hello, this is Brent Reed giving your wallet a spring break with brand new 2024 Jeep Compass Latitudes from $34,800. $5,000 off Jeep Grand Cherokee Limiteds, Dodge Charger Daytona RTs with a Hemi engine for $45,000, and significant price reductions on numerous models. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and ReedChrysler.com.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
6, 7, and 8 due up for the Golden Beavers. The highlight on the mound so far for Eli Bryant, the pickoff game, the awareness. He's got 2 pickoffs over at first base. He got Chase Beam to end the 3rd, and he just got Landon Richter to end the 4th. So ending consecutive innings, consecutive half innings with the pickoff. He's done the same move with runners on the corners. He checks on third after stepping off the rubber, whips a 180 and throws to first. And they have not learned. Kyler Keel, Brandon Morrissey, and Jake Jolka due up for the Golden Beavers, who have scored a run apiece in every frame so far as we enter the bottom of the 4th. If they can keep that theme going, they take their first lead of the night. Mason Holes still on the mound. The lefty fires. Fastball up and away, just misses for ball 1. Doubles up on that fastball, channels it in a little more, and clips it low and outside for strike 1. Working quickly now, 1-1. Misses upstairs for ball 2. Keel drew a walk and scored. Back in the 2nd, 2-1. Takes a looping curveball down at the knees for strike 2. The sun is all but set now. Really seeing the full effect of these brand new lights. 2-2. Hard ground ball up the middle. Sawyer's got to hurry, and he muffs it at short. His throw to first is tardy. Sawyer had to get in on the infield grass. That one jumped up and bounced off the chest. Goes down as an E6, and Keel gets the benefit of the doubt on what ended up being a pretty close throw to first. Here's Brandon Morrissey, who roped a ball to right field that was gloved by Cunningham on the run. Would have easily gone for extra bases. Lefty-lefty matchup. Morrissey, the lefty, takes curveball up and away for ball one. Go-ahead run on first for Beaver Dam. It's the 5th error we've seen between these two teams. Fastball rises above the zone for ball two. Two-0 hitters count here on Morrissey. Quick check on first, and Keel steps back in. Plenty of time to spare. Morrissey's fresh off of a 2-for-4 performance with a run scored and an RBI. Another check on first. The throw beat Keel, but it was way offline. Kruger had to jump over Kyler Keel just to keep that ball from crashing into the fence in right. 2-0. Hard ground ball down the right side. And it's way foul. Two-one neutral count. Another check on first. The third one of this at bat. Kyler Keel, the speedster over there at first. He's got 4 stolen bases as yet to be caught this year. 2-1. Another foul ball near the Beaver Dam dugout. As it springs off the fence to make it 2-2. Keel knows how to flash the glove out there in center. Made a beautiful diving catch in right center against Wanakee a week and a half ago. He takes ball 3. Just below the belt and inside. And then just a couple days after that diving catch that he made in right center against Wanakee, Keel commits to Ripon College, just about 40 minutes above up the road. 3-2. In on the hands, and he fouls it straight back off behind himself. Three-two again to Morrissey. Swing and a miss. Keel's going to second. Sawyer slides and loses the ball. That ball rolls into center field, and Keel goes first to third. It's the 3rd time we've seen a base runner go first to third on a stolen base attempt for Beaver Dam today. The first 2 were Jeffrey Freund in the 1st and 3rd frames. And now in inning number 4, Kyler Keel goes 1-3. Morrissey went down on strikes, but Beaver Dam's going to trade 183 feet for an out every day of the week. Here's Jake Jolka, who's hit by a pitch and was stranded at second base back in the 2nd. Steps in from the right side. Swings first pitch and fouls a ball that just climbs the ladder above the chains behind him and over us here in the bleachers. So a man on third. The go-ahead run for Beaver Dam just 90 feet away with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th and an 0-1 count on Jake Jolka. It's a plethora of signals from Nate Wilkey over at third base before stepping back in from the right side. Mason Holes looking to work out of this jam here. A quick push bunt up the right side that goes out of play for strike 2. Jolka, the recipient of the Bobby Damon Memorial Scholarship. He received that last week in a win against Wanakee. A score of 7-5. Corners of the infield are tucked here. The count 0-2 with 1 down and a man on third. The pitch is muscled off the screen. Jolka stays alive. Jake played in all 27 games last year. He's been a consistent presence in the starting lineup for BD this year. Looking to come up clutch. 0-2. Looping curveball, and he froze him. Mason Holes comes up clutch with back-to-back Ks. And Kyler Keel remains at third. Fourth strikeout of the day for Holes was a very important one, and here's Ashton Seifert with 2 down and a man on third. Holes working quickly for that first pitch. Goes curveball low and in, and it just clipped the corner for strike one as Seifert backs off. Oh, 1. Misses up and in. He went fastball for ball 1. This is where Chase Beam's job behind the plate grows increasingly important. Anything gets by him, and the speedster in Kyler Keel is coming home. Wave and a miss on a ball low and in, and beautiful block right there on cue by Beam. That ball dipped low and in at the shoestrings of Seifert to make it 1-2. 2 down, 1-2 count with a man on third. Pitch from Holes is fouled off. That ball almost hit Seifert. Took a hesitant swing at it and got a piece of it. 1-2 again. Rises up and out of the zone for a ball. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A man on third in the bottom of the fourth. Beaver Dam looking for their first lead in a 3-3 ball game. Holes comes home. This one is sliced over the first baseman's head, and it falls into right field. RBI single for Seifert as Keel jogs home, and BD's in front 4-3. Ashton Seifert made what seemed like a routine 6-3 play back in the second, and then after making that play at shortstop, got checked over at the dugout. They were looking at his right knee, might have been bruised up, went back out to play, and how about a go-ahead RBI single into right. Back to the top of the order we go. It's Jeffrey Freund. Seifert's going to second. The throw on target, and it skips away. Seifert steals second. And just like that, potential run number 5 in scoring position. A 1-0 count here on Freund, who's managed to reach both times he's been up. He walked back in the first, singled in the third, scored both times. Holes, keeping an eye on second, comes home. Goes fastball, misses upstairs for ball 2. Just a persistent effort from the Golden Beaver bats today. 1 run apiece in the first 4 frames, although I'm sure Coach Wilkey wouldn't mind a crooked number here in inning number 4. 2-0 off the end of the bat and over the home dugout for strike 1. Seifert getting the second stolen base of the day for Beaver Dam. Keel had the first. And fastball misses low and in for ball 2. Excuse me, that's the third stolen base. Freund had 1. Keel had 1. And now Seifert. 3-1 misses up and away. 5-pitch walk. Freund marches to first. And he gets on for the 3rd time in as many plate appearances. Seifert in scoring position. Freund behind him. Here's Boston Damon. 10 for his last 23 in the last 7 games. Coach Wilkey called him a gamer. Finds a way to help this team win, game in and game out. Takes fastball just on the outside for strike 1. Damon's 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the first and flew out to shortstop in the 3rd. Holes looks in the 0-1. Misses up and in. Long pause from Holes, and he steps off the rubber. Damon going 3 for 3 with a pair of RBI, a stolen base, and a hit by pitch, as well as a run scored against Waunakee a week and a half ago, his dad's alma mater. 1-1. Loops in there. High chopper up the left side. Hole fields it and steps on third for the force out, but not before Beaver Dam strikes for the 4th time in 4 innings on an RBI single to right field from Seifert to score Keel. It's 4-3. Beaver Dam with their first lead after 4 on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
The comfort in your home is too important to trust to just anyone. With over 75 years in the industry, Surefire Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to bring our community the heating and cooling services you deserve. Expect nothing short of excellence in service, installation, and 24/7 emergency service. As a premier Lennox dealer, we carry the best in equipment to bring you and your home peace of mind. Schedule your annual maintenance or claim your free in-home estimate today, 920-485-4883. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Beaver Dam operating with persistence. They've scored 4 runs in 4 innings, 1 apiece, and now they have their first lead of the game, up 4-3 over Waupun. As we enter the top of the 5th, it's the top of the order for the Warriors. Ferris, Holes, and Sauer. Bryant Ferris steps in from the right side. Eli Bryant still on the mound, a powerful righty who has definitely adjusted since giving up that 3 spot in the first frame. Here's a fastball, outer half. It's grounded hard to Seifert. He tracks to his left, throws to first, and gets his man on a high throw by maybe a quarter of a step. Bryant Ferris was thinking infield single all the way. Legged that one out, but Seifert got that ball to its destination in just the nick of time. 1 pitch, 1 out. I'm sure Eli Bryant doesn't mind that here in the 5th. And here's Mason Holes, the opposing pitcher. He swings first pitch, and a ball down and in on the hands, off the screen, and Braden Strakota tried to catch that off the bounce. Makes it 0-1 with 1 down. Eli out of the windup, 0-1. He's looking for the upper half, and he just missed it. Went fastball, crawled above the letters, and 1s are wild. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Eli working with the first lead today. Hard ground ball down the right side. Shave gets down to a knee, traps it, and walks to first for the force. It's 2 up, 2 down. G3 unassisted, and the infield really showing out for Beaver Dam. They had a couple of early errors, both on the hot corner, actually. Damon had some trouble over at third, but the slate has been clean the last few outs here. 2 down, nobody on. Here's Evan Sauer, who crouches down and takes a fastball on the outer half for a strike. Sauer is 0 for 0 technically. He does have a run scored on 2 walks. Bryant goes curveball. Low and over the plate for strike 2. Eli Bryant looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the evening here in inning number 5. 2 down, 0-2. This one is drilled to left center field. Keel sprinting back, and that ball hops all the way to the wall. Evan Sauer is coasting into second. He'll put the brakes on there. There's a reason he entered this game with a .500 batting average. He now improves to 20 for 39, climbing over the .500 mark. A 2-out double for the star shortstop of the Warriors. Puts that tying run in scoring position with 1 swing. Here's Chase Beam, who got on via the walk back in the 3rd, but was the first of 2 pickoff victims, courtesy of the right hand of Eli Bryant. Kept an eye on him. Bryant having to work out of the stretch now. First pitch. Hard ground ball over to Damon, and that one gets through. Westover tracks in from left field. The throw home is late as Evan Sauer ties it up. Chase Beam with the RBI. Sauer scores the run, and we're knotted up at 4. Beam with his 23rd RBI of the season. Team best, averaging a little over 1.5 per game, and he's on track better than his pace already with 2 today. Now a runner on first, all knotted up at 4 in what's been a back-and-forth battle here. Jake Kruger steps up. He's 0 for 2 in his effort today. Bryant comes home. First pitch swing again. This one flies over the chains in front of us and over the grandstands for a loud strike 1. Damon charged with his 3rd error of the day, so that was not a single that snuck through his glove. 0-1. This is roped over the glove of Damon and pulled down the left field line. Beam goes first to second. Kruger gets on with his first hit of the day. He improves to 1 for 3. And 3 hard hit balls in a row with 2 down. Keep the Warriors alive here in the top of the 5th. And you start to wonder, is that it? Nate Wilkey going out for a McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit to talk to Bryant. If he doesn't pull him, he's gone 4 2/3, given up 4 runs on 4 hits. His defense has committed 3 errors. Bryant's had a little bit of everything today. 4 strikeouts, 5 walks. And he stays on the mound. The runners on first and second. That go-ahead run in scoring position for the Warriors. It is Chase Beam, the RBI leader, with 23. The line score has been funky all day today. We have 7 combined hits between these two teams and 8 combined runs. 4 runs, 4 hits, 4 errors for Waupun. 4 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for Beaver Dam. Here's Emmett Hull. Takes a fastball, lower half for strike 1. Has the feeling of a consequential at-bat here for both sides. Bryant looking to get out of it and keep this tied. Waupun looking to grab that lead back that they've had the majority of this game. 0-1. Wave and a miss on a fastball upstairs and out of the zone for strike 2. Hull, one of just 2 Warriors to not get on base yet today. He's 0 for 2, and Logan Prohl, who is warming up on deck behind him, is also 0 for 2. 0-2 count, 2 down, runners on first and second. Tie ball game here in the top of the 5th. Eli Bryant steps in trying to get out of it. The pitch misses low and away for a ball. Like Strakota was set up inside, and Bryant crossed him up with a fastball outside. No harm done. 1-2 count now. As the Kent State commit steps back in, 6'2", 215, towering frame. Gets the sign, checks back on second, and he's caught Beam. And they call a balk, saying Eli already came set and started his motion. Both runners get to advance. Bryant thought he had Beam caught in the middle. That's a balk that sends Beam to third and Kruger to second. And just like that, a punch to the outfield can make this a 6-4 ball game. Strakota's got to keep everything in front now. First balk we've seen either side today. Hull steps back in from the right side. Bryant just looking to get the batter here. The 1-2. Misses low and in at the shoes. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Threatening here for Waupun. Bryant gets the sign, set at the chest, and comes home. Ball laced off the screen. Hull was a tad late on it. Just got a piece of it off the end of the bat. And we will do the 2-2 again. Bryant versus Hull. Tie ball game here. 2-2. Fastball that left the hand way too early. A leaping Strakota saves a run, and it's 3-2. Stakes get a little higher here. Bryant does have a base open at first. Payoff pitch from the righty. And he misses outside. Bases loaded. Chase Beam on third. He represents the go-ahead run. Jake Kruger on second. Emmett Hull on first. And here comes Nate Wilkey. Likely going to make the switch. Bryant jogs back to the dugout, gets applause from over 200 here. Been relatively lucky the last hour and a half with the rain. Still keeping an eye on the radar. There's systems nearby, just not over the field at the moment. The sun is set, and pretty cool scene here. Something that this place hasn't been able to see or have the last 30, 40 years. Boston Damon steps on to the mound. He will take over for Eli Bryant and get his warm-up pitches in. Damon's someone who's been able to do it all. We talked about the sacrifice bunts record earlier. He's got 17 of those in his career. That's tied for a program best. Still has a chance to get lone possession at 18. He's thrown a few times for Beaver Dam. And he did throw on Saturday against Monona Grove. Got the win, actually. Went 3 innings. Started that game, gave up 5 earned runs on 9 hits, but got plenty of run support in what was an 11-7 victory. And just on Saturday, 27th, so 5 days ago, interesting entity for Beaver Dam. They lose 19-1 in the first leg of a doubleheader to Monona Grove. And Coach Nate Wilkey goes up to his team after and said, we needed to do some soul searching, and he told them that might have been the worst loss this program's ever had. He isn't sure, as someone who's been with this program for 23 years, if a Beaver Dam baseball team is lost by that much. Now keep in mind, this is, at the time, a team that's 4-6, had lost 4 of 5, and according to the coach, had one of the worst, if not the worst loss in the program's history. He said it's embarrassing. It's not who this team is. It's not what the alums would want. It's not what anyone who's ever been associated with someone putting on a Golden Beaver jersey would have wanted to see. And how did they respond? They win 11-7 against a Monona Grove team that is leading this conference right now. And then they turn around and beat down Fort Atkinson 2 nights ago, 13-3. 24 runs in 2 games is how this team has responded, and now they're knotted up 4-4 against Waupun. Boston Damon is set with the bases loaded. Nowhere to put him, and 2 down. First pitch to Logan Prawl. Misses low and outside for a ball. Coach Wilkey said when this team plays clean, fundamentally sound baseball, they can stick with anybody. They're sticking with a 12-1 Waupun team right now that's scored 10 or more runs in 5 of the last 6 games. Knotted up at 4 here. But these last couple of innings are all about who can seal the deal. Damon goes fastball, low and inside, and clips the corner for strike 1. Eli Bryant is responsible for all 3 of those runners, so if any of them were to score, he'd be on the hook for the loss. Damon trying to do his buddy a favor. 1-1, curveball, catches the outer half for strike 2. And he's 1 strike away from bailing his teammate out and keeping this a tied ball game. Waupun scored 1. They could score a lot more here. Damon trying to get out of it. He goes fastball low and away. All 9 Golden Beavers were walking off the field. They thought that was strike 3. Crew chief said, not so fast. 2-2 count with 2 down and the bases loaded. Damon takes a deep breath. Digs that right foot into the rubber. Leans over that front knee and gets the sign from Strakota. He comes home. Curveball up and in, ball 3. The stakes don't get any higher in baseball here. Full count, 2 down, bases loaded, tie ball game, top of the 5th. Next pitch determines a lot. Payoff from Damon. And it misses outside, much to the dismay of the crowd. Prahl leaned over. A plethora of people thought that caught the zone. And runners advance. Prahl goes to first, Hold a second, Kruger to third. Beam goes home, and Waupun takes the lead back. Head coach Nate Wilkey just exited the dugout and said a few words I'm probably not going to be able to repeat. Wow. If that missed, it didn't miss by much. Here's Ethan Cunningham, bases loaded. He takes fastball low and in. Waupun up 5-4. We've seen 3 lead changes so far in just north of 4 innings. 1-0. Wave and a miss on a ball that blows by middle. Cunningham, 1 for 2. He singled and was stranded at third base back in the 4th. Damon looking to get out with minimal damage. 1-1. High chopper down the left field line, and it's out of play. Head coach Travis Hull gets out of the way of that ball and then does a little swing coaching here for Mr. Cunningham, saying get through it. Simulating a line drive swing. Down and through, down and through. Base is filled. 1-2. Damon spikes a fastball. It gets in near the plate. All runners retreat. Strakota wasn't going to throw anywhere. Jake Kruger was about 15 to 20 feet off of third, but got back quick enough for Strakota to hold on to that baseball, and now it's deuces wild. Damon crouches over once again, gets the sign, and comes home. And he drops a curveball right down Main Street for strike 3. Waupun puts up 2, but they leave the bases loaded. They're up 5-4 on Beaver Dam. We head to the bottom of the 5th here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
American drivers overpay an average of $368 per year on their auto insurance. Why? Because, well, insurance is hard. It's complicated. It's time-consuming to get quotes from multiple companies, so we overpay. Or we call Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Make one call and receive a quote from a great company like Auto Owners Insurance. The team at Richards Insurance will literally do all the work for you. So if you could be saving money each month with an Auto Owners Insurance policy, you'll know about it. How much will you save with Richards Insurance? To find out, call Richards Insurance or stop in at 123 North Spring Street, downtown Beaver Dam. With offices in Columbus, Watertown, West Bend, and Oshkosh. With over 50 employees and hundreds of years insurance experience across 5 offices, you'll get full-service counseling with no obligation. Your auto owner's insurance carrier is Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you. Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
And a wild one if you're just joining us. Waupun's up 5-4 on Beaver Dam. They start us off with a 3 spot in the top of the 1st. Beaver Dam puts on 1 in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th frame. And then Waupun puts up a 2 spot in the top half of the 5th here to go up 5-4. The bases were left loaded, but the bases were loaded the at-bat before Boston Damon on a crucial payoff pitch supposedly missed just outside. If you ask anybody in the crowd, they might give you a different result. But Waupun in general, able to muster just enough offense to take that lead back and score for the first time since the 1st frame. They're up 5-4. Mason Holes, the lefty, still on the mound to face 2, 3, and 4. Damon, Bryant, Shave. Boston Damon steps in and takes strike 1 outer half. Curveball kisses the dirt for ball 1. Or excuse me, this is Eli Bryant. 1-1 is skied to deep right center field. Cunningham tracks to his right, 10 to 15 paces, camps under it, and gloves it for out number 1. Here is Zach Shave. Shave 0 for 2, did have an RBI 163 ground out. Back in the third. He squats in and takes strike 1 and a curveball outside. Beaver Dam scored 1 in every frame so far. Looking to keep that theme going here to tie it up. Shave swings through a strike. Make it 0-2. Two from the southpaw is roped down the right field line and fouled by just a few feet. Shave was late but hit that baby hard, and it rolled all the way to the wall, but it's just fouled by not too much. Those lights nice and bright. No way to miss it now. Any thin margin calls. Down to 61 degrees. First pitch was 68. The wind's making it feel a little cooler. Holes comes home on the 0-2, and it's fouled straight back off the chains. That was heading for us, Aiden. Maybe a little to my right. Beaver Dam winners of 3 of their last 4 after winning just 3 games in the first 9. Really looking to turn that season around. And a wave and a miss on a curveball low and in for strike 3. Shave comes up empty, Holes with the K. That's strikeout number 5 for the southpaw. Again, 4-0 coming into today. Looking to go 5-0. It's been hit around a little more than usual. With 2 down, here is Jarek Westover. Stepping in from the left side and taking ball 1 up and in. One 0. Right over the plate for strike 1. Westover had a hard hit ball to second base in the first. Was caught on a line, and he struck out swinging in the third. So 0 for 2 is number 1. He checks his swing, and a ball low and away in the dirt. Did not break the plane, and it's 2-1. Assistant coach and ops manager Jeff Eberly said there's not going to be a dark spot on the field with these lights. He wasn't lying. Looks perfect. Every inch covered. This is popped straight up and over the grandstands behind us. Make it 2-2. Couple of close calls here. Nothing too bad yet. And deuces wild on Westover. Lefty Holes comes home and misses low and outside on a slider to load the count full. Three-2 from Holes. And he misses. In the dirt on a fastball. Nice at bat by Westover. He gets on base for the first time today. And Kyler Keel steps up next. Scored the 4th and at the time game-tying run back in the 4th frame. Keel, the speedster, typically playing in center field as he is once again today. Steps up from the right side with a runner on first and 2 down and takes a strike right down Main Street. They reached on a walk in inning number 2 and scored, and then reached on an E6 in the 4th and again scored that 4th run. 0-1. Fastball misses upstairs for ball 1. Pace of this game slowing a little bit. Seen 3 runs in the last inning. Beaver Dam with 1, bottom 4, 2 from Waupun, top 5. Here we are, bottom 5. 1-1 misses up and away for ball 2. Lots of fastball this inning. from Holes. Gets ahead in the count. He'll go with that breaker low and in. Well, backdoor slider from here and there. And fastball low and in misses for ball number 3. 3-1 hitters count here for Kiel, the tying run on first. That is Jarek Westover with 2 down. 5-4 Waupun, bottom of the 5th. The pitch. Catches the inner half for a strike. Kiel was taken the whole way. Coach Wilkey over at third saying, I'll paraphrase, swing at that. Runner going, swing and a miss, and a ball right down Main Street. Mason Holes gets out of it. Strands a runner on first. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left on base. 5-4 after 5. We head to the top of the 6th between Waupun and Beaver Dam here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
For every, where's the grocery list? I'll go to the store.
So you'll fill up my car on the way home?
Moment. If it has to do with your life and your money, it's a landmark moment, and Landmark Credit Union is here to help. With free checking accounts that offer you the choice of getting paid dividends on your balance or earning rewards points on your purchases. Opening an account is fast and simple and gives you access to Credit Hub, powered by Savvy Money, which shows your credit score so you can keep your finances healthy. Landmark Credit Union. Visit landmarkcu.com, insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Sandy from McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We are proud to support all Beaver Dam athletes. While at home watching high school sports, why not be comfortable? McKinstry's is a lazy boy comfort studio. We have sofas, recliners, sectionals, and reclining sofas. Stop into McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and add comfort to your home.
Year after year, McKinstry's.
We enter the top of the 6th, 5-4 ball game after a 2 spot in the top of the 5th from Waupun gave us our 3rd lead change of the day. Eli Bryant taken out in that last inning, and Boston Damon taking his spot. A 1-for-1 swap, Bryant to third base, Damon on the mound. Damon facing off against 9-1 and 2 in the Warriors order. Starts with Landon Richter, who takes a strikeout half. Richter reached on a walk in the 2nd, on an E5 in the 4th, been stranded both times. 0-1, looping curveball, low and in on the hands. Richter fouls it off the screen behind himself to make it 0-2. You'll see some overlap between sports, especially in the Badger Large, but 7 on the active roster for Waupun. Also playing basketball. This one's hit on the screws, but right at Seaford on a couple hops. He loops to first in time for out number 1. Seifert took a little off that one just to make sure it was on target. Had the time to do it. And at the top of the order we go for the 4th time today. Here's Bryant Ferris. 0 for 2 with a run scored. Did reach on an E5 back in the first frame. First pitch, he shows bunt, pulls back on a ball that tails low and outside of the zone for ball 1. Oh, appeal to first, and they're going to say he pushed that bunt through. Broke the plane. So 0-1 count with 1 down. Damon looks in and comes home. Spikes fastball low and in for ball number 1. One. Fastball right down Main Street for strike 2. This could be Ferris's last at bat, and he's currently riding a 8-game hitting streak, but no hit today to get on base, so that on-base streak climbs to 14. 1-2. Off the end of the bat, flies up and out of play down the right side. Just over the Beaver Dam dugout. It rolls all the way down to the track by the football field. down, nobody on. 5-4 ball game, top of the 6th. 1-2 is piped sky high to shallow right field. Freund calls everybody off, sprints in, and gloves it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Damon. Mason Holes in line for the win right now. He's thrown 5 frames, given up 4 runs, operating with a 1-run lead. Looking to give himself some run support here. Going to have to do it all by himself. With 2 down and nobody on. He pipes one to right. And that skips in front of Freund. He dives down and traps it, so it's a hard hit single. Freund laid out there. That ball could have skipped by him, but stopped that ball on a hop. And Holes reaches first. His first hit of the day. There's Evan Sawyer. He's walked twice and doubled. Doubled back in the 5th. He takes fastball low and in for strike 1 with a man on first. Waupun would love some insurance runs here, and if there was a man to give that to them, it would be Sawyer. It's 20 for 39. This one's off the end of the bat. He scoops it into left field, and it fails, or it trails out of play. Climbs over the fence. Make it 0-2. Damon looking to work around that 2-out single from Holes. 0-2. And Sawyer got a piece of it at the last second. Fouled it off the glove of Strakota. Long stare in from Damon. 0-2. And he hits him in the back. Sawyer crouched down and took that one upper back, lower neck. And he gets on for the 4th time in as many attempts today. So now runners on first and second. Little 2-out rally mounting for Waupun. Chase Beam steps in. 5-4 ball game. He scored that 5th run back in the 5th for Waupun after reaching on an E5. First pitch. Fastball outer half for a strike. Beam 1 for 2 today. Also drew a walk. 0-1. Off the end of the bat. It climbs up above the chains once again for a foul ball. Lots of foul balls funneling in over by the track on the right side today. Runners on first and second, 2 down. 0-2 count. Damon checks back on second and comes home. He loops a curveball and misses just upstairs for ball 1. One-two. Spiked fastball that's backhanded off the hop by Strakota. Prevents both runners from advancing. And now Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Waupun looking for some insurance, and Damon looking to get out of this. This one is popped into right center field. Jolka backs up into the outfield grass, calls everyone off, and makes the play for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A pair left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Waupun up 5-4 on Beaver Dam here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
The comfort in your home is too important to trust to just anyone. With over 75 years in the industry, Surefire Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to bring our community the heating and cooling services you deserve. Expect nothing short of excellence in service, installation, and 24/7 emergency service. As a premier Lennox dealer, we carry the best in equipment to bring you and your home peace of mind. Schedule your annual maintenance or claim your free in-home estimate today, 920-485-4883. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
Bottom three due up for Beaver Dam as we enter the bottom of the sixth frame. Waupun up 5-4. They've had the lead since they put up a 2 spot. Second crooked number of the day in the top of the fifth. Scoreless since. It's Brandon Morrissey, Jake Julka, and Ashton Seifert due up. Bottom third, a combined 1 for 5 with a hit by pitch so far. Coach Wilkey would love to see some contributions from the bottom of the order here. Mason Holes still on the mound, the lefty. Tracking to go the length of this thing if he can keep going without logging too many pitches. Ran into some trouble early, gave up a run apiece in the first 4 innings, but never gave up that big frame, at least yet. Rain's held off so far. Did have some sprinkles in the bottom of the first, top of the second round there. Went away after about 15 to 20 minutes. As Morrissey walks in from the left side. He pieced the ball up to right field in the second frame. Unfortunately for him, it was a line out to a lunging Cunningham. Was able to cover a lot of ground and not so much time. And Chase Beam has the mask off, kind of holding his eye. He steps back behind the plate. Bit of a delay there. Looks to be all right. Lefty-lefty matchup between Holes and Morrissey. First pitch. Bends in there for a ball. Just missed low. Southpaw delivers. His fastball pieced up and fouled over the screen. Morrissey's made some hard contact today. Love to set the tempo here and get on early. 1-1. Hard ground ball down the right side. It just fades foul as Kruger chased that all the way to first base. Make it a 1-2 count. One, two. Tails out of his zone for a ball. Nice breaking ball there from Holes. It had the effect, started in and bent out. Good play discipline by Morrissey. 2-2. Wave and a miss. He goes fastball and blows it by him for out 1. And here's Jake Julka with nobody on and 1 down. Jake hit by a pitch and stranded back in the second. Struck out looking in the fourth. Seven strikeouts so far for Holes. Goes fastball for the first pitch against Julka and misses outside. 1-0 count with 1 down. Beaver Dam down to their final 5 outs. Looking for answers. Julka takes ball 2 in the other batter's box. Exactly 2 hours since first pitch. We got underway right at 7:04. 9:04 now. Ball 3 taken upstairs. Great plate discipline by Jolka so far. And 3-0. He had the red light, and he took a strikeout or half to make it 3-1. Jolka's drawn 3 walks, struck out 6 times. And he takes strike 2. Low and outside, but it clipped the corner. Payoff pitch on the way. Holes moving a little faster now. 3-2. Wave and a miss on a high fastball. Foul tip and into the mid for strike 3. Strikeout number 8 for Holes. He's sat down his last 3 via the swinging K, and that might be it for him. Through 5 2/3. Holes in line for the win. Only gave up 3 hits, but 4 runs with it. Holes heads into the outfield. Distance-wise, one of his better outings this year. 17 2/3 through 4 starts, so averaged a little over 4 frames a game. 5 2/3 today. And ending it on a strikeout. So on a good note, didn't leave anybody on base. And Evan Sauer, number 25, coming over from shortstop to try and close this thing out, or at least close out the 6th inning. Sauer 1-0 in 4 appearances and 2 starts. A 0.00 earned run average in 10 1/3 innings pitched. 13 strikeouts to just 2 walks. Command is the name of his game this year. And he operates with a 1-run lead, nobody on, and just needs to get the batter here to end the 6th inning. Seifert steps in from the right side. Go head-to-head with Sauer. First pitch. Fastball low and in. Fouled off the mitt for strike 1. Oh, 1 from Sauer. Middle fastball for strike 2. Two walks and 10 1/3 innings pitched. You're not going to see a whole lot of wild pitches. 0-2. Just misses outside. Threw that one with intention. Tried to get Seifert to chase, but could not. Make it 1-2. Seifert 1-4-2. An RBI single. And there's a wild one. A curveball that flies over the head of Seifert. Beam gloves it. Make it deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-2. And that one hits him. Seifert wears a fastball right around the oblique area right after I said that Sauer pretty in control. He loses him. And here's Jeff Freund with a man on first. A gapper would tie this one up. Freund is 1 for 1 with a pair of walks. He's gotten on all 3 times. 2 runs scored. Takes the first pitch, sticks the bat out, and that one droops into shallow right field. Cunningham running in and making the grab in stride for out number 3. Beaver Dam cannot cash in on the 2-out hit by pitch, and we head to the top of the 7th. 5-4, Waupun in front on 1430 ESPN and Daily Dodge TV.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we'd like to thank our Swedish friends for bringing the buffet to America. They called it the Smorgasbord, but it was a success anyway. So we started our own buffet and loaded it up with pizza, chicken, sides, salads, and cactus bread. And you can even request any pizza you want anytime you visit. We call it Buffet Your Way, because Smorgasbord Your Way, well, that doesn't rhyme at all. Pizza Ranch.
Check out your local Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam, Watertown, or Waupun, or check out pizzaranch.com.
At Preferred Dental Partners, our core values are more than just something we put on our wall. They're something we live out. Core value number 2 is the wow experience. This means that from the moment you walk in the door until the time you leave, we want to provide an experience for our patients that is unlike anything you've had before. There are lots of choices of dentists, and we never want anyone to feel they have to be here. We want them to choose to be here because they feel heard, welcomed, and well cared for. If you want to see what the wow experience is about, call or text Preferred Dental Partners today.
Waupun 5, Beaver Dam 4 as we enter the top of the 7th in the first ever game under the stadium lights here at the BDHS Baseball Diamond. Boy, wouldn't Beaver Dam love to just walk it off here under the lights for the first time? That'd be something. Right now it's Boston Damon's job to hold the fort down and keep this a one-run ball game. Jake Kruger, Emmett Hull, and Logan Prawl due up. First pitch to Kruger. Tails just to the outside for a ball. Kruger had his first hit back in the 5th frame. He is 1 for 3 on the day. 1-0. Fouled off, straight back for strike 1. Waupun looking to start this season off 13-1. To cap off the first half regular season, and Beaver Dam looking to make it 4 of their last 5 in the W column and even things out. This one is yanked down the left side and way foul for strike 2. 2-hop the fence. One, 2. Fouled off the screen again. Kruger stays alive. Both of these teams coming off of blowout victories. Waupun won 14-1 over Freedom on Monday, and Beaver Dam took down Fort Atkinson on the road 13-3 on Tuesday. This one's much closer, 5-4. This one's off the end of the bat, and it flies over the screen for another foul ball. Count remains at 1-2. If you're just joining us, thanks so much for doing so. It's been a compelling matchup. Waupun jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Beaver Dam put on 4 runs in 4 frames to take the lead, and then Waupun took it right back with a 2-run answer. This is yanked down the left side again, and that carries the fence. Another foul ball. Damon and Kruger battling here. 1-2. Misses outside for ball 2. Damon, a real high release point. Downward fastball on his delivery. 2-2. A scorcher at the Waupun dugout. Kruger keeps his teammates on their toes. Damon looking to hold the fort down. Waupun looking for some insurance runs ahead of the bottom of the 7th. 2-2. Off the end of the bat and over the third baseman. Bryant goes all the way to the warning track for a double. Ball in. Kruger barely got that one over a leaping Bryant. That ball just kept drifting and drifting down the line. And he has a lead-off double. That insurance run halfway home.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 3, Emmett Hull.
Emmett Hull is up next with a man in scoring position and nobody down. Damon checks back on second, comes home. Hull shows bunt and pulls it back on the curveball that misses upstairs. Corners of the infield are tucked when that bunt is shown, at least, as Bryant and Shave both retreat back to their spot. Shave cheating in, excuse me. And another ball misses. As Hull pulls that bunt back, make it 2-0. Long stare in from Damon. The pitch. It's bunted straight up, and there's a souvenir about 5-6 rows in front of us. It's waiting for it. That one found the stands right behind the fencing. Only a matter of time. Two-one neutral count. Damon comes home, bunt shown again. This is deadened right back up to Damon. He checks on third, takes the easy play at first for out number 1, and Kruger advances from 2-3 on the play. So Hull with a productive out to bring that potential 6th run for Waupun 90 feet closer. And here's Logan Prawl. First, a McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit. There's 2 pitchers used on each side so far. Holes and then Sauer for Waupun, Eli Bryant and Boston Damon so far for the Golden Beavers. Logan Prawl looking to stay warm during the mound visit. Waupun team, something else on offense. All things considered, Beaver Dam's mitigated them pretty well, and Waupun's done the same in neutralizing the Beaver Dam bats that have put up 24 runs in the last 2 games combined. Waupun came into this game with a .380 batting average. Damon stays on the mound after that short conference, and in comes Logan Prawl with a runner on third and 1 down. First pitch. Climbs up and in for a ball. One oh. Catches the outer half, make it 1-1. Ones are wild, runner on third. Beaver Dam down 1. Waupun looking to add on here on top of the 7th. 1-1. Wave and a miss. Fastball inside and at the belt. Big at bat here. Prawl 0 for 2, did draw a walk to get on for the first time back in the 5th. 1-2. Misses upstairs for a ball. First time these 2 teams have faced off in 8 seasons. Getting to know each other pretty well today. Close, hard-fought battle. Margin's never been more than 3 runs. 2-2. Wave and a miss. Damon took a little off that one. And Prawl goes down swinging for out number 2. Here's Ethan Cunningham stepping into the right side, or the right-handed batter's box, excuse me, with 2 down. Made that nice lunging play earlier in the game off of a liner from Brandon Morrissey. That could have been extra bases back in the 2nd. He takes fastball up and away for a ball. 1-0, 2 down, runner on third. That runner is Jake Kruger. stranded so far after the leadoff double. That went down the line. Wave and a miss on a curveball for strike one. Damon calm, cool, and collected so far. Was put into the game with the bases loaded and 2 down. Did walk one, but then held the runners on the bases and retired his man. He goes inside and just misses for ball 2. Been able to ground this Waupun team, as did Eli Bryant after that first frame. Two-one neutral count. The pitch off the end of the bat and the screen for strike 2. Make it deuces wild. Cunningham leaves the batter's box before marching back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third, 5-4 ball game here, top 7. The pitch is foul tipped off the screen once again. Two. Catches the upper half. Got him looking. Damon strands that runner in Kruger on third, and we head to the bottom of the 7th. Beaver Dam rally caps on against Waupun here on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
Hi, this is Sandy from McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We are proud to support all Beaver Dam athletes. While at home watching high school sports, why not be comfortable? McKinstry's is a lazy boy comfort studio. We have sofas, recliners, sectionals, and reclining sofas. Stop into McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and add comfort to your home.
Year after year, McKinstry's.
Your Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly in Beaver Dam knows that Wisconsinites take tailgating seriously, and they'll help you take it to the next level with their award-winning Fox Brothers brats and everything you need, whether you're at the game or enjoying it at home. Fox Brothers award-winning exclusive recipes use only the highest quality ingredients you'll taste with every bite and every brat. Try their 11 Grand Champion brats and sausages, including their pre-cooked Fox Brothers original brats, spicy Southwest chicken brats, and Philly cheese brats. Check them out online at foxbrospigglywiggley.com.
5-4 our score. Waupun out in front of Beaver Dam as we enter the bottom of the 7th. Rally caps on for the Golden Beavers in the first game under the lights. And a long time coming. 2, 3, and 4 for Beaver Dam. What a night it would be if they could muster a walk-off here. Game's been tracking close the whole time. Sauer's still on the mound. The powerful righty. Boston Damon steps in from the right side. He'll be followed by Eli Bryant and Zach Shave. Meat of the order. Damon still looking for that first hit. He stares at fastball on the outside for strike 1. 3 lead changes. Waupun got out to a 3-0 lead at first. 0-1. Fastball misses upstairs for ball 1. Beaver Dam responded with 1 run apiece in the next 4 innings to go up 4-3. Waupun answered with 2 more top 5, and now we're here, 5-4, 1-1. Clips the outer half, 1 and 2 on Damon. Someone who Wilkey said has just found ways to help this team win in all facets. Takes a looping curveball, head high for ball 2. Damon's done the grunt work. He's had a tough day over on the hot corner, but then came in and settled things down on the mound. 2-2 from Sauer. Off the end of the bat and skied near the light fixture beyond the fencing down the right side. And out of play in the visitors, or excuse me, the home bullpen. Count will stay at 2-2. Damon entered today 7 of his last 14. 2-2. Looping curveball. Nearly an eephus. It drops in just a bit too high. They get a full count. That ball had some serious bend on it. 3-2. Wave and a miss. Head-high fastball tipped into the mitt for out number 1. And here's Eli Bryant. Not many players, especially in slightly colder conditions, who can tie this game up with one swing, but Bryant is one of those. Has 5 of Beaver Dam's 6 home runs to the tune of 19 RBI. He stares curveball low and in for strike 1. April 13th, Bryant had 4 of his 5 home runs in a doubleheader against Appleton East. 0-1. Back-to-back curveballs taken for strikes from Bryant. Got to be on the defense here now. Powerful righty and commit to Kent State steps in from the right-handed batter's box and takes curveball again and missed somewhere. Waupun infield was ready to go around the horn, but it's 1-2. Maybe a tad high. Sauer digs into the rubber and comes home. Fastball up and in, drifting towards the head of Bryant. He doesn't flinch, and it's 2-2. Working a good at bat after going down 0-2 early on. Sauer, the pitch. Wave and a miss. He blows another one by him and gets fired up. 2 up, 2 down with 2 strikeouts for Sauer. It's the job of the closer. Slam the door, and he's 1 out away from doing so. First, he's got to get past Zach Shave, cleanup hitter for today, who's 0 for 3 with an RBI. First pitch. Bends low and outside, but catches the corner for a strike. Oh, 1. Is skied up and out of play for strike 2. 0-2 count, 2 down. Beaver Dam down 5-4, and down to their last strike. Waupun looking to improve to 13-1. Beaver Dam looking to win 4 of their last 5. 0-2. Wave and a miss. Head-high fastball. 3 up, 3 down for Evan Sauer. He strikes out the side to seal the deal for Waupun. 5-4 your final score. 3 lead changes. 5 runs, 5 hits, 4 errors for the visiting Warriors, and 4 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Golden Beavers. What a night, what a close ball game between 2 teams that haven't seen each other in nearly a decade. For Jack Wilski back at the station, Justin Wilski, who was here earlier, Aiden Voigt, video engineering, and I am Corey Sparks. We thank you so much for watching and or listening tonight. 5-4, the final. Waupun over Beaver Dam in a close one on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.